Audio is the worst, dude. Fuck off. Yes, I can hear you. I hate this shit. Oh, no. Mhm. Sure.
Wait, but now my mic was muted on my own stream. Oops. So that entire beginning part of that stream where they're looking at my face, they're not going to be able to hear me, and they're going to be like, wait a minute, is this some weird bit? What's happening?
Again, see, they'll be fine with it because they'll assume it was just a bit.
They'll assume it was a bit. That's fine. I should have just leaned into
Yeah.
it. See, here's the thing,
Right?
is everybody who has ever streamed knows that it's just a constant deluge of technical issues. So it's like, who fucking cares, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know?
Yeah.
There's always something. Fuck it. Live your life.
Yeah, exactly. And here we are, living our lives. So, how are you, first of all?
I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Well,
Good.
I'm sad that I have to wait 2 months for next continuation of the story, but we'll get to that.
Did he? I have to ask. Did he like actually say 2 months? You'll be back in 2 months.
Yes. Well, sort of. He gave us a sort of a guesstimate of he said, depending on I think he said on average, he sort of said it'll be about 2 months until I'm ready, until I've written the next adventure.
So
optimistically in 2 months.
Knowing that he's starting like 3 more games right now.
Yeah.
And that our games just ended. He told us a month is like the quickest possible, but probably not a month, and I'm assuming it'll be more like 3.
Oh, okay. See, the other
I would be shocked if he got back around to us when he's like starting a bunch of new campaigns right now.
Yeah.
That would be wild for me.
Yeah. There's only like what he's only on like episode 5 of the VTuber one. I imagine that one's gonna be slow. Yeah, I mean, if he's starting
the VTuber one, Tearing Veil just started.
No,
the Soda Poppin' group.
No, the VTuber one is Death and Debts. That's
I know. I'm saying Tearing Veil just started though.
Yes, it did just start.
And then there's the group with Day J or whatever his name is.
And then
the
also
K-popper.
Yeah, and then also
Shroud. And then Shroud?
Yeah.
A Shroud group?
Yeah, apparently Shroud and I can't remember who else is in that one. Maybe Pokimane, I think, is possibly in that one.
Oh yeah. Possibly Pokimane,
Yeah. That's another one.
We're dead in the water, dude.
Yeah.
We're never coming back.
We're cooked, which I'm really sad about.
Just for clarity, for everybody who's watching right now. So this is D&D spoiler stream. Octo is streaming as well. We could squad stream if you wanted.
Yeah, you want to do it? Let's do it.
Sure. But essentially the both of us are in world games for 2 different DMs.
Yeah.
So currently we're talking about Arcadum, whose world is Verum. Octo's and my games just ended or on hiatus. Our like season ended. So mine was Strange Roads. Octo was in Shattered Crowns.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
I almost said Scattered Clowns because that's what everybody calls it. So I guess we'll probably stick with that at first and then move on to the IO stuff.
Right.
The IO games are still going. We're both mid-season on those, I believe.
Our season actually just kind of ended, but we'll talk about that. I'll talk about that.
Yeah. I did hear about how the last episode went, and I was like,
did you
wait,
now?
what? I did. Yeah, because we're all friendos, and Sam talked to Lawman. And then I was like, apparently some crazy ass shit happened in All King. And Sam was like, I know what happened. Do you want to hear? And then I had to say yes. So.
Okay. Well, I'll talk about it specifically. I'll talk about it in a little more detail.
Yeah. But But okay, squad stream.
Oh yeah, I have to accept the invite.
I will invite you. Octopimp.
That's me.
It kills me that there's so many fake Octopimp accounts.
Yeah, what's up with that? Do you have
so when like,
okay, my squad. And then you have to click the start squad stream. The one thing I always forget to actually I'll invite people, and then like 20 minutes into the stream, they'll be like, wait, why aren't we squad streaming? And I'm like, oh yeah, I have to click start. I have to click the go button.
It's hard to remember to do that. Yeah.
But anyway, so you first talk to me about how's Zach feeling? What's going on with Zach?
Here's what's funny about Zach. So like we ended and all of us basically split up, and people are so mad that Zach didn't go, because there's like the camp, right, with all the tier stuff going on.
Yeah.
So people are like, why wouldn't Zach go to the camp? Zach doesn't know the camp exists.
Yeah.
So Nox is Mimika's character, who came from the dream, and literally like her job was to like protect me basically and get me where I needed to go. But I'm pretty sure like the place that I needed to go was not just the end of the caravan trip that we were on for the season.
Right.
So like at the end, Zach was like, well, I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go. So, I'm just going to chill because all these gods and patrons don't leave me the fuck alone anyway. They'll eventually make it really clear where I'm supposed to be, right? So he's just chilling. He's just hanging out with his little familiar boys, like gambling and having a great old time while everybody else is doing important shit. And everyone's like, Zach has an eye. Why is he just sitting in a town, like not doing anything? I'm like, because literally no one told him. Yeah. No one told him where he's supposed to go. Like no one made it clear at all, like what is supposed to happen for him. And I'm not about to metagame and be like, well, I know he's supposed to be here, so I guess he'll go there. So he's literally just chilling. And every time I tell somebody that, they're like, wait, but he has an eye. He can't just sit in town and just read books and like get old people to give them their cars and shit. Like,
I mean, he could. I mean, really, he could. If that's what he wants to do. But, I mean,
essentially we got like there was a lady that we found who was kind of a dickhead, but she had been researching patrons. And Mirage managed to swipe like a bunch of patron research from her and shove it in my pants without her noticing.
Wait, without Zach noticing?
Without the lady noticing. She like basically pretended she was like getting all up in my business to make out with me, and then put a bunch of papers down my pants.
Right, as you do.
As you do.
Right.
And it turned out that it was like a bunch of like really well researched information about all of the patrons. And so I was like, okay, well, Zach never, like, it's been go since then. Zach has never had an opportunity to just sit and read this stuff. So he's gonna stay in town, pick up his feet for a hot minute, take a breather, and read through all of this patron stuff. That's what I actually
Wait a minute. What was the woman's name? Do you remember?
I probably wrote it down.
The lady did research in your city? She's from Leave? Wait, really? That's our city.
I have a thing. Oh, wait. I have a thing. I remember you freaking out about this before.
Oh my god. She's from Leave, dude. She's from our city state.
Wait, I'm trying to find oh my god, I have so many goddamn notes. I have to organize this shit. That's one of the things I'm doing on my break is organizing my notes, because I can't find fucking anything.
Yeah, all of Huck's notes that he...
Dementia, yeah.
Yeah.
Mestrolian Library. She had information on Gambler Black, The Laughing Man. And she was bringing it to a client in Ladrick's Rest who this was another situation where I was like, I can't metagame, but god damn it. That there was a client in Ladrick's Rest named Valen Veskamir that she was supposed to give this shit to.
Okay.
And we totally saw him in a bar, but obviously like in game, they can't just see names on people, right? Like somebody would have had to talk to him. And Zach was not about to be the one who's gonna talk to him. So we also we found something that had your symbol on it, and I remember you freaking out about that.
Yeah.
It's the fucking like eggplant shit.
In a boat, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit,
What did you find? What did you find that had our symbol on it?
Was it the Valkyrie? Was it the Valkyrie that we let out?
I don't know. If there's a Valkyrie with our symbol on it, that's news to me.
I think it was a coin, but I can't remember where we found it. Oh yeah, Dementia also had journals talking about dwarves. Oh shit, reading this now. I wish I had remembered this. Seek the dwarves and find the status of rune mages was in Tementia's journals.
Ooh.
And we wound up meeting a really shitty dwarf. Oh yeah, Mark at the end. Oh yes! Wait a minute.
Okay.
Okay. No, it was still with the Tementia shit.
Okay, hit me.
Next to the signature on a note, was a symbol for the city of Leave, which is an eggplant on a boat.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And he said explicitly none of us had ever seen it before. So we had no idea what the fuck it was.
Okay. So, dwarves.
I know we also have the Taltican key, but I need to ask Arcadum about that because none of us had an eye at the point that that Beryl blew up, right?
Okay.
So Beryl, like, Violet died, right? Because that was Cry's character.
Right.
And left behind a key that I think was just a gear. I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
But none of us had an eye. So I don't think we remember Beryl. But we do have the key. Right, because you only remember somebody who experiences violet death if you have a violet eye. If you have a violet eye,
right? Yes, correct.
So I don't think that we remember Beryl existing, but we talked about him immediately after he blew up. So I don't know. Arcadum didn't tell us that we don't remember him, but we haven't like brought him up again.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Calgin was surprised you remembered, and said strong souls could remember too. Remember if you're close with. Well.
Interesting.
So, have you seen any of season 2 of our stuff?
No, but you told me that you're in a whale.
Okay. Do you want to know? Do you want like the breakdown of what happened? Do you know what happened?
Yeah. Okay. What's your campaign about?
Okay. Well, first, do you want to finish up your talking about your thing?
I'm okay with us. I'm okay with us going back and forth. Honestly,
okay.
It's fine.
So our first entire how much of our stuff have you seen? Not much.
Oh my god, snippets.
Much. Okay.
Yeah, snippets. I have no idea what the like actual storyline is.
Okay. As the resident dumbass of the group, I'm gonna try and break it down as best I can because everything I know of the campaign is up here. I have a little bit written down. So we all
I'm assuming you tapped your temple.
Yes,
Okay.
How do you know me this well? So all of our characters. So there's 5 of us in total. There's myself, Huckleberry. There's Joe, who plays Ikar. There's Moon, who's Scrumpo. There's Baru, who's got 3 different names now, but we'll get to that. At this point, you know what? Let's start at the beginning. He was Big Tree.
Okay.
And there is Guy, or Stir, who's Guy, right? That's 5 of us. So we went to Mirage, in Majital.
Okay.
And
not the character.
Not the character. I think isn't that the name of the city? Mirage? Or am I... Somebody correct me on that. I think that's the name of the city in Majital, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You know what's wild is that us talking about this shit, there's going to be so many people in chat who remember shit better than me.
Yep. The capital of Majital. Yes. So the capital of Majital is Mirage, right?
Okay.
And we all went there because we had different hooks. I only know Guys, and I know Ikar's. I don't actually know what Scrumpo's hook was, but my hook is apparently very important, and I still don't know anything about it. Guys,
Interesting.
Huck's hook is that I had a dream. I kept having a recurring dream where I'm standing above people and they're bowing to me and I'm holding a flaming sword.
You're a fighter, right?
I am a fighter. That's correct.
Okay.
So I don't know about that. Oh, Scrumpo heard about the dig. That's right. Okay. So I still don't know what that dream's about. And I'm conquering people, but I don't know what that dream is or if it's somebody else's dream that I'm having. But
right.
I asked Own and Woad about it, and they were like, "Oh, don't worry, that'll happen later. Don't worry about it." And I'm like, "What?" But
I know that there's like a sorry.
No, never mind.
I know that there's like a sword that everybody's losing their marbles over currently.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's associated with that. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so we went to the tavern, as you know, we often do. And we got a quest to go to these ruins for these things called scarab lords, right?
Right.
And the scarab lords were these elven lords that ruled over vast areas of Calcatesh. Didn't mention the big shake. Okay, fine. But that came later after we did this. So anyway, we went to the ruins, and I'm like going way back. I'm like, just doing this from memory.
It's gonna be impossible to remember everything perfully. It's fine.
Yeah. So we went back.
We're just rock talking. Okay, chat will correct us. It's fine.
Yeah. So we went back, and then we went to the archaeology site. Oh, and this was another weird thing.
Okay.
We stepped on there was like a plate to get into the temple or whatever, and it only reacted to Huck, which was weird. I don't know why that was a thing. I still need to figure out why that happened.
You have a bloodline technique that you don't know about yet?
Apparently. Nobody brings that up. Nobody talks about that one. There was like an entryway into...
You meant bloodline techniques, and I was like, well...
Yeah.
The only people who would bring it up is you and I, so...
It's heavy, and anyway, it wasn't weight activated. It like glowed. It like turned on. I don't know why. That was a weird thing. But
okay.
So we went down into the ruins, right? And we returned. I can't remember what we were getting. We got something. It was like a writing, or I don't remember what we were getting in the ruins. But we went back to the guy, right? Not guy,
yeah.
The guy. The robe. Was it the robe? No, I can't remember what we were getting. But anyway, we went back and he's like, "Hey, great. Here's the money." Was it the crown? I really have to go back and watch this. It's been so long.
Somebody said it's a robe.
Was it a robe? Well, Scrumpo wore a robe, and then we all teleported back.
Do people know that you used the name Scrumpo first? Do they know that?
I think they know that I came up with the name because Moon said it on stream. But I actually, for those that don't know, Doogs and I were in a group for like, what, 2 sessions, 3 sessions, something like that. And
it was one of the offline Brett games.
It was
old IO games.
One of the old IO games with Brett. Scrumpo was actually my character. And he left to pursue his own devices. And
he broke up a marriage and then was like, I can't do this anymore.
I can't do this anymore. I forgot about that. And then Moon, before session 1, needed a name for his character. And he was like, I need a name for my character. And I was like, Scrumpo. He's like, great, it's Scrumpo. Yeah, but anyway, that was that.
Perfect.
You used them to teleport out of the ruins to get your reward. Yeah, because we ended up... We used the staff and the robe to get out, to use the... Oh, yeah, because we used the pool. Because there's like a teleporter that went back to Mirage. We didn't kidnap a dog. Okay, so we kind of kidnapped the dog.
That's when they stole someone's dog.
Yeah, that was Ronnie. Yeah, that's how we got Ronnie. But we all ended up tumbling out of the temple in Mirage, right? So we all fell out.
Everyone's crying. Did Ronnie die?
Well, that depends on what you mean by death. So,
oh no! I don't like this story.
Anyway, so we return the stuff, right? And then he gives us the reward. Baru and Guy have like a giant orgy in the tavern, and everybody forgets about it until like midway through season 2 when we talk about it every episode. And because like we're like, we don't trust each other, and guys like, I've had sex with one of you, and everybody just glosses over that. I think that's what Guy spent most of his money on. So yeah, that was the big shake. That was the big shake.
Okay.
Oh, Big Pipe watched them. I'm positive he joined in. I'm 99.9% sure that he joined in on that. It was Ikar's money? Wait, did he take Ikar's share just so he could have sex with a bunch of people? Hey.
So many people in chat are like, holy shit, I gotta watch this fucking campaign.
Okay. So Ikar gave them some? Oh yeah, because it was the pleasure mage. That's right. Okay. So anyway, back to the matter.
I don't even want to explain mine anymore.
Okay.
Like mine is not nearly as wild of a ride as
I want you to buckle up because it gets so much crazier than where we are at right now.
Okay. Go.
Okay. So we'll get there. Don't worry. Guy eating the baby, we'll get there. So it turns out, so we go back to the ruins, and as we're exploring and going deeper, it turns out that we're the reincarnated souls of the Scarab Lords, who are the Elven Lords that we're basically their successors. But we have to prove that we can inherit it, right? We have to prove that we can inherit that power. We're the inheritors. That's what they call us. And we have to, so there's trials that we have to go through to prove our abilities that we can have that. That's right. At this point in time, maybe a little before this, Big Tree decides that he wants to become part robot, and he found this mask that he like jammed into his eyes, and he's now Big Pipe, so he's like part robot. He's a satyr.
First name change.
Yeah, well, last name change because he's still big, but he's big. He was Big Tree, now he's Big Pipe.
Right. But you said there's three iterations, right?
Yeah, well, we'll get to the third one because that only happened like 2 sessions ago.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. There's another change to become.
Yes. Yeah, anyways, his horns,
continue.
His satyr horns became like smokestacks.
Cool.
So, at this point, I mean, now for a little snapshot into the mind of Huckleberry. Huckleberry is just kind of along for the ride, man. He was living on the frontiers of Dabarak for 47 years or whatever, and he is just like, all right, well, I guess I'm a god king now, so let you do it. He, oh God, what else is there? So we have to go down into the ruins, right? And explore the ruins and find the different, like, trials, because we don't know what they are. They don't tell us what the trials are. I'm like going through it in my brain.
To prove yourselves. You have to do something, but it's not clear what it is at all.
Yeah.
Got it.
So we're exploring. We find this marketplace. Was the marketplace first? I think it was. Yeah, in the caverns of Woe. And so, or was hey chat, was the maze first or was the marketplace first? I'm getting kind of like lost in the weeds here. Maze was first. Okay, so there's this hedge maze that we had to explore. And right, because we got to the center of the hedge maze and we got this staff, right?
Okay.
And the staff allowed us to, was the staff the one that allowed us to access the lantern lighter? I think it was. Yeah, so so we got a...
Why does that sound so familiar? The lantern lighter?
Oh, we'll get to the lantern lighter in a minute, buddy.
But I'm wondering why I've heard that before.
Really? Have you? That's interesting. Think about it. Have you?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Has it been mentioned before?
I don't know. Keep going.
Okay, that's fine. So the lantern lighter is a being that's been entrapped in a lantern that serves us as the inheritors, right? And he is sort of our steward, if you will, or our regent. And he is completely beholden to us. And there was a long stretch of time where we would just constantly call him out of the lantern and then put him back in over and over and over and over and over again.
I bet he fucking loves you guys.
Here's the thing. He has to. So we would, yeah.
Are you the OG evil campaign?
No, we're not evil though. I don't know what Guy is. I'm convinced that Guy might be lawful evil or neutral evil. But Huck is not evil. They're just
chaotic stupid.
Yeah.
Guy is pretty fucking evil, says Scott. Hi, Scott.
Guy might be evil. I don't know. He said he's evil. I'm fairly certain Guy is lawful evil. But I think Scrumpo might be chaotic neutral. Huck is lawful neutral. We're all, I think Ikar might be.
I think Zach is probably a lawful neutral.
Yeah. Guy's 100% lawful evil. I would be surprised if he wasn't lawful evil.
He tried to eat a baby evil.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get to the baby eating.
Was there a reason for the baby eating? Can you tell me that ahead of time?
No, which is the worst part.
No, he's evil.
Yeah.
If their answer is no, that he's evil.
Yeah, okay. So, but there's more to it than that, but I don't want to spoil it. Okay. So, it's sure there was. He was hungry. So, okay. So, we got the control rod, we got the lantern lighter. So now we go to this market, and we have to deal with this elvish ghost who's like, we have to like put this elvish ghost to rest or something. And he's like locked in this device inside this room that's trapped, and we release him. I think this is when we all learned Elvish, because none of us could read Elvish. So, and since everything, they're all this Elven Lord stuff, brother was killed. Right. Okay. The party's races and classes. Okay, so if you don't know, Huckleberry's a centaur fighter. Scrumpo is a Smurfmeblin gnome rogue. Guy is a Dampier bard. Big Pipe is a satyr wizard, and Ikar is an Aarakocra cleric. You learned Elvish at the end of the first of the expedition before you teleported back. Okay, never mind. So they taught us early. It's also revealed relatively early that Huck cannot read.
Oh, nice. This is a Wazy.
Yeah.
My character Wazy couldn't read, and it got in the way all the fucking time, but it was so funny.
It's super funny. So we solved the market thing. That one I'm a little hazy on because I don't particularly remember how we did that. Then we got to the forge. Oh boy, the forge. Oh, by the way, we changed the word of power to activate the
lamp.
No, the rod of power, the control rod. So Arcadum had this like command word, and we changed it to Baba Booey because we kept joking that the word of power was Baba Booey, and he was like, "Well, I guess it's really your wills that enact the control rod, not necessarily the word of power." And we're like, "We want to change it to Baba Booey." He's like, "Cool. Well, I wrote this whole like Elvish thing command word, but okay."
But that's fine.
Power came after the Kitsune. I remember it being very early. Did you guys know? We changed it super early because we used it a bunch, but we never said the actual word of power because he said what it was. Did you guys know what it was before? Yeah, yes, but we never said it. Yeah, we changed it immediately. So we got to this ice area underground, which was weird. and we found this forge that was encased in ice, and we freed it, and there was this forge master named Laughing Kai, and he was like, he said, hey, he was great. He was one of the only NPCs who wasn't he was beholden to us, but he gave us a bunch of attitude, which I think was Arcadum's self-insert for basically being like, hey, fucking stop being chaotic idiots, you dummies. So we freed him, and he was like, okay, I can make shit for you. Choose what you want. And so he made me a hat, a little sheriff's badge.
Oh.
And he gave it to me and told me I was his favorite deputy.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, and so there was other things he could
And no
make.
one else got anything.
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Someone because we are the inheritors and the lords of flowing water.
Yeah.
Someone, I won't name names, who uses panda emotes, decided it would be a good idea to say, oh, you don't have to be here? Cool, you can leave. And then he just left. And that was it. That was it. He's gone.
Oh.
And we didn't have a Forge Master anymore. So, so Huck tried to use the Forge, and I blew it up. So then we really had no more Forge. And then we went, I think that's when we went into the ice pyramid, right? And then inside...
Where was an ice pyramid?
Underground. Because it's, so, we're the Lords of Flowing Water, so there's like a bunch of like frozen water around in our domain underneath the sands.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like in an ice area. It got cold.
So you're going deep. Mm-hmm. You're with like Elf Ghost or whatever the fuck. Deep.
Yeah.
And then you find a forge. And you're like, oh, sick, a forge. And then Baru does something dumb. Sorry, Redacted does something dumb, and then he leaves. And then you go deep, and there's ice?
Well, we were already in ice. Kai's forge was encased in ice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, Baru's character choice was in character. Because he's the person that pushes. He's basically Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab, and he just pushes every button that he finds.
There's always one.
Man, somebody draw Scrumpo as Dexter and Big Pipe as Dee Dee pushing the button, and like Scrumpo like try and get him to stop. That would be really funny. Here
comes a daredevil.
But anyway, so what's I gonna say? Okay, so that happens, right?
Right.
So I'm like going through it in my brain. So we go into the pyramid, and inside...
Guys, he can't touch on literally everything. Then it'll be how many hours worth of episodes are we talking about? 4 hours at a time, an entire fucking season?
Yeah,
he can't recall it all. Okay, go fucking watch it.
I'm trying to remember important fights when I can, but I'm basically just skipping over encounters because like they were encounters, right? Like we fought some undead. There were some ice monsters. I can't believe how
often you guys fight people, by the way.
Oh, quite frequently, actually. Oh yeah, the double water elementals. That was a big... there was some cool stuff where a car like dive bombed a bridge. That was cool. But like, go watch the videos, the VODs, if you want to see the encounters, because they're cool encounters. And then let's see. We go into the pyramid, and there is... Oh, okay, so this is where we meet the... I think this is where we meet the bound brush, isn't it? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on this. Yes, okay. So the bound brush is basically this kitsune girl who doesn't have a mouth. And she can draw something and it'll come to life. She can draw things and it'll animate, right?
That sounds dope as hell. Yeah.
And so she can make us anything. She can make us like food or whatever we need. And we asked for a cactus, and we got really into the cactus. That was a good bit, by the way. People, that if you watch any bit from season 1, watch the cactus bit because it's really funny, and you can tell Arcadum gets very frustrated with us. Let's see. Yeah, and then we went to the back room, and there were these like geisha looking girls, and we thought they were enemies, and we killed them, but it turns out they were friends.
Oh no.
Yeah, and we thought that they were enemies. The cactus bit is a bit Stir has been doing for fucking years. That's pretty funny. The cactus is Stir's meme in Verum. It's really funny. Okay, so I think then we go down, and okay, this is where my memory gets a little hazy. So this is where we explore the caves underneath the pyramid, right? And this is where we fight the ghosts, isn't it? I'm sort of asking chat a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask chat a lot about mine.
Yes. Oh, the mirrors. That's right. Okay, so there's these mirrors we can touch with the rod, and they'll like teleport us back.
Okay.
And okay, was the Kitsune part before we went underneath, or was the eating the baby part before we went underneath? So because the bound brush can make anything and can make it come to life, I think Guy was like, I want a baby so I can eat it. And and everybody glosses over that.
Sure.
Everybody forgets about that part.
Okay.
So we're down, and then we go underneath, and we defeat these. We find these spirits that are like, "Hey, we're here to test you, to see if you're you can inherit the power." So we fight these 3 different spirits, and we beat them. And then there was an optional encounter where we can fight all 3 at once. And that's the optional one. And we won that encounter.
Great.
Yeah, we did have a lot of combat.
Of course, because you're fighty boys.
Yeah, well,
we talked about we talked about this off stream once before, but like I think in our season we fought maybe 4 times, and 2 of them were Violet fights. Like, you guys fought way more than we did. We were like almost entirely RPG. RP.
I can think of 9 encounters off the top of my head. Yeah, season 2 of Shattered Crowns only had 3 combat encounters, but we'll get there. I think that may be why he reduced the amount of encounters in season 2, is because we had so many in season. So we get down there, right? And we fight them, and then I think we come back up, and then we complete the rod of the Inheritor's rod, right? The rod of the Inheritor. Because there was a thing we had to do with these things. We had to solve this puzzle. And then I think we released the bound brush. We didn't free her, but then she got her mouth back. And we did skip over a whole dungeon. That's true. We gave her mouth back, and she could
People in my chat keep screaming about moss. I don't know if.
Oh, right. So we found this moss that like spreads over creatures and freezes them. Ikar almost died. And Baru took some as like a sample, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna release that in the rivers of Mirage and see what happens. Oh yeah, Scrumpo wouldn't stop asking the bound brush to be his girlfriend.
What?
Yeah. And then now this is fuzzy. There was like a lot of lore stuff that happened underneath the pyramid where we were resting, and we saw these visions of these elves, and one of them had violet eyes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is when Guy was still cursed. Guy had a curse where whenever he got excited, he would sing in auto-tune. It's a really good bit, by the way. Everybody should check out Shattered Crown Season 1. It's a really good bit. Okay. So temple in the okay. So I remember getting into the main temple, but I don't remember how we got there from the bound brush. Okay. What? Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's just like, the fuck, dude?
Yeah. The portal after fighting the triplets.
This
Right.
campaign is such a fucking clusterfuck.
Yeah. Oh, you have no idea. It gets so much worse. It gets so much worse in season 2. Okay, so, right, after the spirits, there was a portal. So we activate the portal and step through, and then we're in, like, the main Lords of Flowing Water temple, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah, so the Lantern Lighter sees us as one person. He sees us, all 5 of us, as the Lord of Flowing Water. Yeah. That's
you're
important.
all one person?
Yeah, we're all, he sees us as one person. He sees us as the Lord of Flowing Water. Then we get to the main temple. We get a bunch of treasure. We find the final test guy who's like, there's somebody in the library in this main temple, and you have to, that's your final test. Killing them is, we found a monkey's paw. We made a bunch of wishes, and then Huck did the, I wish we never found this stupid hand wish, and brought us back, and we lost him. Yeah. The monkeys. I don't want to spoil the monkey's paw stuff. Go watch that episode. It's really great. Yeah, Scrumpo wished away the gods.
What?
Which, yeah, I feel like was really bad because Ikar tried to stop. Ikar tried to cast magic and it didn't work. Yeah. So watch that episode. It's very interesting. And then we fight basically the final boss of season 1. The final test guy was literally the previous Lord of Flowing Water, and he tasked you guys to fight the last boss behind him to become the Lords of Flowing Water. That's right. Okay, so we kill him, we come back, and we inherit a and Scrumpo died. And in that encounter, but we had a diamond that could restore him to life.
Right. To cast res.
Yeah. So we brought him back to life. And Moon was like, if you don't bring me back to life, I understand. Because Scrumpo now is very different from Scrumpo then. Oh yeah, and well, anyway, so yeah, we did all that shit, right? Oh yeah, Moon entered the dream and talked to Took. Yeah, Scrumpo was in the dream. That's right. From
Sam's team? Number 1, Alex?
No, that's Toot. That's Toot.
That's Toot.
Yeah. Scrumpo also claimed that he didn't have a dick, and we checked inside his fundoshi when he was dead and totally had one.
What the fuck?
So anyway, we brought him back to life. We're the Lords of Flowing Water now. We get a city-state called Leave, and we design all this stuff. What's it look like? How do you get there? What kinds of facilities
You literally got to... You made...
Out of all of the groups.
When you're saying that's our city, you mean that's our fucking city.
We own it. It's our city.
You made the symbol for it an eggplant in a boat.
On a river, yeah. I think the eggplant emoji was my idea, but I don't remember whose idea the boat was. I think that might have been Moon's idea. We named it too, yeah. Because we wanted to name it Leave, like Leave. And Joe suggested putting on a boat, yeah. But Arcanum was it was map 2. Okay, hang on, I have to explain the map 2 joke. Okay, so somebody made an intro for Shattered Crowns, like an animated intro, and there was a scene where Arcanum showed the unfinished version, and it was showing like maps scrolling by, and one of them was a placeholder, and it just said map 2. And so we kept joking that it was that we were going to map 2. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Leave is our city. We are the rulers of Leave. It's a city-state.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wait,
and,
so this chick lives in Leave?
Yeah, I think
Tementia?
they work for us. Yeah. We're lords, Doogs. We're like important
I know,
people.
I get that. I mean, I assume people live there. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like...
no. But the reason I mention this is because the amount of stupid shit you're about to hear us do is going to make it seem like, why do these idiots have a city-state?
But do you know why? Maybe I don't want to ask this question. No, I'm gonna ask it anyway.
Okay.
Do you know why somebody in your town would be studying patrons?
Patrons?
Yeah.
I think we have a warlock who works this. We tasked them with some. Well, here I'll explain why I'm not. We ordered her. Apparently, we ordered her to do that. So our goal, for season 2, as far as I know, so we have our whole city set up, right? And we have our whole city set up, and we're hiring adventurers to work for us to go out and like do things to keep the city running and our own devices. I'm trying to think here. So then I think the lantern lighter tells us about the Bane of Man, and like how we're like, okay, we got to take care of the Bane of Man because he's doing some shit and we got to take care of him. So we set up. Oh, we're given options for quests, and I think we're doing the Bane of Man thing, right?
Right.
Yeah. So fuck. Okay. We get everything set in Leave. Yeah, there was a quest you guys wanted to look at it. Right. We said to negotiate with the Freeman of Bloodwave. Right. There were a bunch of things we could do. That's right. Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm getting things mixed up. But this is kind of minutia because this doesn't end up mattering for us. So,
good.
So we hire our crew, our motley crew, send them out into the world. Lantern Lighter, oh yeah. So Scrumpo's the Admiral. I'm the Master of Justice. We all have like titles and everything.
Did you like come up with dumb titles for who you are in this town?
These were given to us. There's like, you could be the Master of Justice, the Master of War, the Master of Fleets, the Master of Coin, whatever, right? So I picked the Master of Justice.
Great. I bet you guys are doing a bang up job.
Master of Spy. Ikar was the Spy Master. That's right. Master of Sects.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Good goof.
Yeah, so we're off to explore, and we're like, okay, you got to go talk to this translator, right? Okay, this is where shit gets. Did you think that we were stupid before? Here we go.
Did.
So we're off. We leave Leave in the care of the Lantern Lighter while we're away, and we come to this camp. And there's a translator there, right? We went to talk to pirates and meet the translator.
Wait.
Yeah.
A translator, like an Arcanum translator? Like a special translator? Okay. Like a capital T translator? Okay, got it.
There was this Aarakocra who was like infected with Violet, and then Guy, like he like died, and Guy drank his blood and got a violet eye. But then he looked in a mirror to look at his eye, and the eye got like sucked out into the mirror.
Wait, so he got a violet eye and immediately lost it?
Yes. Yeah, Baru showed him a mirror to look at his eye, and and that's how you destroyed the mirror realm, right?
Wait,
yeah.
Wait. Chat, do I have the same eye that Guy had?
It was a magic mirror. Yeah, it was a... Doogs' character has it. Oh.
Oh my god. We had the same eyeball?
I guess so. Oh, Guy still has his eye.
Well, we all, the idea, right, is that once the eye is activated, you are one of the violet eyes, but you don't have to have the eye in order to be like that activated.
The God of
person.
Mirrors gave Dodger her eye.
Yeah.
Oh.
We
It's the
set
same violet.
Yeah, we set him free.
Okay.
He said he was there and he just needed, he had something that he needed to do and he could give knowledge to one of us. And at the time, I was in a super fucked up position where my patron had vanished. So Gambler Black had vanished, and fucking Babylon showed up to me in a dream and was like, "What's up? I own you now. You're going to do everything I say. Hope that's chill." And then left. And I was like, I fucking hate it here. And then, yeah. And then Toman, we found him in a, oh, it was right after we saved Woad, right? God, so much happened in that section. Yeah, so we helped Woad, and then we went into another room, or rather we opened a door and we couldn't get into the room, but we saw Toman in there and we couldn't communicate. And I'm trying to remember how we got in, but eventually somebody went in there. And yeah, Toman basically was like, I would love to leave, sure, but there's something that I have to do here before I can move on to the next part of like what I'm intended to do. And what I need to do here is give someone like knowledge. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with me. Any knowledge is going to help me out. So I went in there and he gave me an eye. And now I'm realizing that Guy and I
probably have the same eye.
Have the same eyeball. I wonder if we're connected. We're not.
Interesting. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't really know how the violet eye stuff works, so possibly.
Toman said in another campaign that he still has Guy's eye. Oh, interesting. So I got my own.
Okay. So the violet got sucked out of Guy's eye into the mirror realm, right? And then okay, so the translator is like,
that would have been funny if we had the same eyeball. Sorry, keep going.
No, you're fine. So the translator is like, "Oh, wow. Okay, so you're here to help us. Here, come on in. Come on into my hut." So he was gonna explain all the violet stuff to us, right? And so we go into his hut. He's got a bunch of scrolls. Scrumpo steals a scroll, botches the sleight of hand check, and the translator is like, "Wait, what are you doing?" So Scrumpo stabs him. Immediately kills him. Just kills him. Dead. Cuts his belly open.
Oh my god.
And we're like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck? And oh yeah, he got cursed from touching the scroll too. And so now he has this like black tattoo on him.
It was super worth it, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So he's got like this huge, these like eyeballs all over his arm or something.
Like Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho before the retcon. Anyway, keep going.
And his name is Tom, that's right. And so he kills the translator. Baru is like, uh-oh, what are we gonna do? Burn the evidence. Cast Fireball on Scrumpo. We were in initiative order. I couldn't go. So, oh yeah, Guy tries to, suggestion Baru into sucking his toes instead of casting Fireball. Baru cast the Fireball because Scrumpo kills the translator who was innocent. Oh, okay. He was trying to punish Scrumpo. And the Fireball goes off, which sets off all the scrolls in the entire hut, which lets loose all the violet in there. And I think that's what brought in like a didn't that cause some monster or something to appear? Arcanum rolled 2 very rare scrolls. Yeah. So that's how Ronnie, we don't know what happened to Ronnie, our dog.
No, what?
Yeah, Ronnie was there
so
with us.
Sad.
Violet Servant, yeah. So that's what caused a Violet Servant to appear and I guess fuck up a bunch of shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ronnie's Violet Ronnie now somewhere.
I mean, possibly. We don't know. We don't know if he's dead or not. But we think he's corrupted. It killed Ronnie. A Violet Servant was summoned and teleported you guys to Quirg. Yeah, so after that fireball went off, we got teleported to a random location in the Astral Sea, which happened to be Quirg. Quirg is a big whale with people living inside it. Yeah, so that's how we ended up on the whale.
Right.
Yeah, we had to roll what planet we ended up on, and it ended up being Quirg. And
so the whale is considered a planet, not just like a being in the sea.
It is. I mean, both. It is a being in the sea, but it's kind of both. It's big enough that
entire societies live on it.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Oh yeah. Okay. So wait. Is this the Shattered Crowns intro video? Hold on. So this is what I think it is.
They could have rolled a planet with no air and just died. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's true. It could have TPK'd us. So this is the intro if you want to watch it. This is our season 2 intro.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
We'll all watch it together, chat.
Yeah. Wait, just let me cue this shit up.
Hold on.
What? Okay. All right. I think I'm ready.
This fucking song.
Oh, are you watching it already?
I'm watching it. You can just watch it.
Okay. Oops. That's you guys. Here we go. That's where that comes from.
That's my favorite transition. That's so cool. I love that. There we go.
What the fuck?
No, that's fine. That's an understandable reaction. That's an understandable reaction. So, I want you to know that was the first 2 sessions. So, because
okay,
of season two.
Okay. Right.
So that happened. First 3?
Right.
Oh, 3 sessions. 3 sessions, sorry. Oh yeah, Joe made that song. Joe wrote that song. And so we
I just heard screaming and I thought it was my kid, but it turned out it was my husband who was probably playing League. Anyways, keep going.
Okay. So we had to take a break because Arcaden basically had to scrap everything he wrote for season 2 and immediately go
I feel like that happens for everybody.
Yeah. And then go to season 3 or no, sorry. And then write the Quirg stuff, right?
Right.
So yeah, you have to prep Quirg. So we land on Quirg, we show up on Quirg, we learn about the culture and the people living on Quirg. It's mostly people that have ended up there as well. Yeah,
Interesting.
2 week break
So
for
no
Quirg.
one. It's rare for people to be born on Quirg.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Mark.
Yeah, that. I mean, maybe, but most people ended up there. They use teeth as currency. There's no gold.
Okay.
Also, the psychic pulses of his brain blow you up unless you drink some of his brain juice. So we all had to drink brain juice in order to not get blown up by his psychic psionic explosion brain stuff.
Right.
So we find out about that. We drink the brain juice. We learn about Quirg. We talk to this guy named Arendelle. We don't know his name yet, but that's his name. In the mouth, I think. Chat, was this all? Yeah, we go to the mouth. And we, so our dungeon on Quirg was one of the teeth. We had to go into one of the teeth. Oh, yeah, we learned that there's a cult that wants to flip Quirg upside down. Yeah. And
you said that I remember you saying that there are like groups inside of Quirg who entirely dedicate their lives to trying to just communicate with Quirg.
Yes, the speakers. They try and talk to Quirg.
Okay, so this is just like another group that's like, here's what we gotta do.
Well, they're
flip him upside down.
Yeah, we gotta turn him. Also, if they turn him upside down, everyone would die because the stomach acid where most people live would flip and then sploosh on everybody.
Burn everybody to death.
Yeah, exactly. So, also don't we have a violet crystal? Oh, that's the other thing is sleeping on Quirg. Sleeping on Quirg doesn't restore your spell slots. You have to use crystals to restore them.
Okay.
And they have like guns that can cast spells. It's crazy. We have violet blood from Guy's eye. Okay, sure. Well, whatever. Anyway, so we go into the tooth. We solve this cavity. There's this cavity monster that we have to kill, right?
Right.
And God, now I'm sort of mixing things up. We kill him because we threw the moss on him from season 1.
Oh, it became a thing.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Scrumpo got addicted to whale spit.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you drink the whale spit, it fully restores you. But
can I ask?
Yeah.
When you said at the start of this whole story that Huck is just along for the ride.
Yeah.
That has just continued, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Everybody else does fucking wild shit. And you're like, I'm just a poor old sheriff. I ain't here to hurt nobody. Like, you're just chilling.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And so, well, he's sort of like that, well, here I go killing again kind of thing. Because, like...
yeah, that's fair.
He just
because
sort of
broken.
Yeah, he just sort of hangs around. And everybody else does the
waits
stuff
until somebody wants to fight.
Yeah, Huck says a funny thing, and then it's like, roll initiative, and he's like, well, here I go. And then I do 55 damage in a round or something like that.
Amazing.
Let's see. Oh yeah, we were mining the teeth and almost died, whatever. And then, how did we get...
Whatever.
Oh, I remember. Okay, so we solved the tooth dungeon.
So it's whale teeth?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was 100% imagining that, like, the people just wait for everybody else to die and then take the teeth out of dead bodies.
I think those also work. I'm not 100% sure how it works. The forge doesn't matter. Leave it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So anyway, we fixed the thing. We talked to Arendelle. He's like, okay, come back with me. Come back with me to the temple, right? And then, so we're there, and he's like, this is where it gets a little hazy for me.
Okay.
He wants to send us into the dream, but I don't remember why. Why did that happen? Or why did we do that? No? Okay, I don't fucking remember why any of this happened. Guy went asleep.
Guy went to sleep. Okay.
He found a portal in the cavity because Guy has the most refractions. Guy wanted to go to the dream. That's right.
Refractions, like alternate characters, because it's Stir, right?
Because Stir has like a million other characters, and and also Moon has a couple other characters. Yeah, he was telling us about the tier translator stuff. Right. So then Guy meditates and goes into the dream, but we all get sucked into the dream with him, right?
Okay.
And then
is this when GodCon happens?
After this.
Okay.
So
sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Keep going.
You're fine. So then we're in the dream, and then we fight the parable. So we're exploring the dream, and then we fight the parable. That's when we fight the giant violet shark, and then we kill the giant violet shark. 3,000 HP, by the way.
Okay. Is this when didn't Eustace show up during this fight?
Yes.
Cat?
Oh yeah. Thanks for that. Sorry. Then Guy gets the Song Blade. We also get the Soul of Tear and a Violet Shard. Right. And then and then we summon the Dick Golem. Don't worry about it.
Sure.
And then
not the weirdest thing you've said so far, so just continue.
Oddly enough, not the weirdest thing I've said so far. So then, then we kill the Violet Parable, and then we, and then was it GodCon while we were in the dream?
I only assumed that because the dream is where Woad and Un are, or Own, right?
Yes, I think. Own and Woad. Okay, right. So we talked to Own and Woad, and we're like, what's the deal? And then a whole bunch of lore stuff that I didn't understand happens.
Okay.
And I just assumed that everybody else in my group would take notes so that I could understand what happened later.
Okay.
Then, the crystal that we got from the parable opened a portal to Own and Woad, and we went there and talked to them. And then they sent us to this tower, and there's this person named Amber Sky.
Okay.
Oh, it sent us this gate, and Amber was there. This character named Amber Sky was there, and she was like, "Hey, go check out this tower and use this Shard of Oblivion to open the tower." And we're like, okay. And there were a bunch of rooms, and we picked one, and we went in, and then Scott's character was there, but we were like back in time or something.
Okay.
And then we were good cop, bad cop to Scott's character.
To who?
To Derek. And then we beat him up. I didn't beat him up though. I was good cop, by the way. We got a weapon, but we didn't take it.
Good cop my ass, you beat the shit out of me, so
yeah,
Scott.
It's true. That did happen. And we gained a level from it too. So we didn't take the weapon because Guy kissed him and then beat him up. I forgot. So we were like, well, because Scrumpo had this thing where he was like, these weapons didn't help anyone, so why should we take them? It's just going to perpetuate the cycle. And then we didn't take the weapon, and then, God, I'm trying to think. And then we left the tower, gained another level, so now we're level 9. And then they sent us back to, they sent us to Raquel, I think, or did we go back to Owenwood? The God of Time.
Raquel is Matron of Fate, right?
Yeah. And then she talked about, you didn't take it, you got sent to Scott. Okay. And then Raquel got mad, and then they talked about stuff I didn't understand, and then they sent us back to...
Raquel is Time. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Raquel is Time. Sure.
Got it.
So she talked about stuff I didn't understand. Then they sent us back to Own and Woad. Then they talked about stuff I didn't understand. And then Babylon showed up, and then
I love that there were like 3 sessions in a row where you were like, and then they talked about stuff that I couldn't follow.
Yeah, and then I didn't understand that. And then Babylon showed up and talked about stuff I didn't understand. And then Raquel showed up, and then Cassius showed up, and they all talked about stuff that I didn't understand. Oh, Raquel taught Huck to read. That was a big thing.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm so proud.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Because it only took like 2 seconds.
Right.
And then they all talked about stuff. Then that was GodCon. Oh, yeah, she made Ikar young again, because Ikar is, like, really old. And then he got brought back in time, so then he was, like, young again. Then GodCon happened, and they all talked about stuff I didn't understand. And then they sent us out of the dream. And then we talked to Arendelle, and he was like, oh, and we found this violet flame that he has. And
Arendelle again?
Arendelle was the guy that was on Quirg. He was sort of like the wizard that was helping us. And then
he has a violet flame.
Yeah, he has a violet flame. He was a translator. That's right. He was a translator. That's right. So, and listen, I know I've said this before, but shit's about to get really crazy. So, Ikar and I got locked in the room with the violet flame. There was this being in there that tried to violet kill me. Ikar saved me. And we went back to Arendelle and we were like, what the fuck is up with that violet flame? There's something living in there. He's like, no, that's impossible. I have it under control. And then it turns out that the leader of his order on Quirg is violet corrupted.
Oh, great.
And so we're like, oh, shit.
It's like, what if Quirg was all violet?
Yeah. And
winks at camera.
yeah, which would be terrible. And then then these other mages show up, and he teleports us out. We take this boat down this river, and we're trying to figure out, there's some other corrupting force on Quirg. We take this boat to basically Quirg's butthole. Oh, there's a ship that can get us off Quirg, but we don't know what it is. That's the other big thing. And I'll get there, chat. I'll get there. Don't worry about it. We find a spaceship, and we're like, cool, I wonder if we can use this thing. So then we take this boat down into Quirg's butthole to stop the corruption or something.
I don't know why the word butthole. I guess I'm 12. Continue.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It's funny. Butthole.
It's a funny word. Funny. Butthole. It's a good word. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So big pipe finds this like Iron Man armor, and he becomes Iron Pipe.
Okay.
Yeah. Robo
Third iteration.
Yes.
Love it.
Robo Ronnie yes. Okay. So we found Faulty, who's this little dog that turns into Big Pipe's iron armor. He told us that we needed stuff to fix the ship, so we take the boat into the butthole, and we find out that there's this corruption in there, and it's this being called Bronchiel. I call him Kyle. And we find this out. This was supposed to be a 3-session dungeon, and we use Arcane Eye to skip all of it. And then we find the last boss. He teleports to us and is like, yo, what the fuck is up? What are you doing? And we're like, we're trying to find these pieces to fix this ship. He's like, fine, take them. And then leave me to corrupt Quirg. And we're like, okay. And then he gives us the stuff. It's basically sentient cancer. He gives me a flesh hat. And then
didn't you already have a cool hat?
Yeah, but
your boy?
Listen, he's too polite to turn down a gift.
I might as well take that skin hat.
Oh yeah, the only reason he spared us is because of Arcane Eye, so he knew that we were powerful spellcasters. So it turns out Bronchiel was placed there by a cardinal. He was a servant of a cardinal. Tane, that's right. Tane put him there. put him there to fight the Violet. So Bronchial was placed there to fight the Violet.
Oh. Well, hey.
Yeah.
Stars align, right?
Yeah, I guess so. And so we're like, okay, sure, whatever. And we get the pieces to fix the ship. We leave the dungeon. Well, we think it was Eustace because we don't know about Tane. We thought it was Eustace. And then he has a green triangle.
Is Tane the one? Yeah, Tane is the one that Eustace took the arms of somehow. I don't know the details.
Yeah. So
he ripped the arms straight off of Tane's body and then kicked him to death. And then, anyways, keep going.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how he actually got these arms.
Oh, okay. Oh, also, Ikar got a bunch of information about symbols in the library of the Wizards Guild or whatever. So, like, he found, like, a 7-pointed star, a whole bunch of shapes, like a circle, a triangle, a square, and a circle, the PlayStation symbol. Yeah, and so we basically were like, all right, well, go. So Bronchial wants to corrupt Quirg entirely and turn it into, like, a living planet or something.
Sorry, but it already is.
Well, yeah, but it's
like a corrupted one, though.
Yeah, a corrupted one or something.
Like a sweet nugget of Violet activity.
Well, non-Violet, because he's meant to fight the Violet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
misunderstanding.
So
I got you.
Bronchial is against the Violet. He doesn't like the Violet.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so he wants a safe place for his brood. Sure. Okay, so we leave, and then we get on the spaceship, and then we find the AI that controls the spaceship. This is like future tech, by the way.
Wait.
Remember how I said shit was about to get even stupider?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we found, like, an intergalactic space, like, FTL ship.
Okay.
And then we found a CT scan machine that scanned my hat, and it found out that it was a threat and started, like, to flood the area with poison gas. And so we escaped, and then my hat died. So now I don't have the hat anymore. And
your flesh hat.
Yeah, we found the flesh hat.
Okay.
We found the AI, which everybody got super horny for some reason.
Of course.
Yeah, everybody in chat started drawing, like, really horny art of it. Summer says she was going to bring my hat to life, which I'm sad about. I really wished Hattie would have survived.
Oh, could have been.
Yeah, I know. I'm really sad about that. So, the AI gave its command over to Baru to pipe, and then the AI is an angel, information elemental or something. Okay, so it basically, like, told us about different places we could go on the ship, and we're like, okay, we're gonna go to, we have to find some tomb, a tomb of somebody. Chat, help me out here. We're trying to find the tomb of somebody who died. Red Star, Anareth. The Red Star of Anareth. Right. Taladon. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Tomb of Taladani. Yeah. So we're trying to find that on our super duper cool spaceship. But first,
what is that? Do you know what that is?
I probably should, but I don't.
Okay, cool. It was probably in one of the glaze over moments for you.
Yeah. Where they were talking about a whole bunch of lore stuff.
Yeah, the AI told them ancient fucking lore. Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. We also learned about Maltos, the folly of Maltos, which was like,
Don't wait. Sam was telling me one of the people in your group has a song blade that just isn't.
Oh yeah, guy.
Who is that? Okay.
He just refuses to activate it.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, sick. Awesome. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. Okay. And then so basically we have a course. We're gonna go from Quirg, where we are now, hyperlight travel back to Virum, and on to Calcatesh, stop by Leave, tell Lantern Lighter that we're okay, and then go to the Red Star. And that's the end of season 2. So we're on a spaceship now.
So wait, so you were on Queerg, and there was some Violet fucking shit in there.
Yes.
And you were like, well, that's not our problem. Let's go to the butthole. Went to the butthole, met a guy who was like, hey, I want to get rid of the cancer, or I want to get rid of the Violet, but I also am from a race that literally just wants to like take over this entire thing and kill everybody in it. And you were like, that's chill, bye. And got in a ship and left.
Listen, it wouldn't be the most irresponsible thing we've done as the
wow,
the clowns. So
dude.
That's about the best I can summarize from our 2 seasons.
Okay.
Oh, the gods offered to teleport us to Calcatesh, but we went back to but we went back to Quirk because we sent people to go shop for us. That's true.
You're like, we'll figure out another way. It's fine. Wow.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yeah. So we had to spend the teeth. Yeah. So yeah, that's our season 1 and 2. Are any other rooms going to try and kill us? Don't tell us, it'll ruin the surprise. That's true. I think there are a lot of other rooms in that ship that could kill us. Yeah.
That breakdown really made me, even though I know everything that's going to happen now, it still made me want to watch it.
You should honestly, if anybody hasn't seen Shattered Crowns, it's a lot of fun. Our 2 seasons are kind of crazy. Oh, we prioritized trying to stop the Herald over worrying about Quirg when you guys knew Kyle would kill all the Violet on Oh, I guess. I mean, we don't know if he'll do it or not. Oh yeah, the AI piloting the ship has a Violet scar, and it's missing a bunch of information. That's another big thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's got
super deep ancient ass lore, but is also fucked up from Violet for some reason.
Yeah, but we don't know why. Oh yeah, there's an abridged version apparently.
Somebody said 85% of the players in Labyrinth of Tear would like to have many words with Shattered Crowns in a dark room alone.
Uh-oh. Hey, listen, they can try. They can. You want to fight Huck? More power to you, baby.
You're in space. Fuck it.
You can try. You could try all you like. Let's see. We think it's from the planet exploding. Oh, well, I guess we haven't been to Malta. Let's see. The abridged Shattered Crown. Yes, Arcadum abridged, so you can see you can watch all the sessions.
Shattered Crown sent a Violet servant to Broken Bonds. Look, the only thing that I'm aware that y'all did that directly affected me was got rid of my oath to Babylon and gave me back my patron. So I don't hate y'all, but I also don't know what other fucked up shit was as a consequence of your actions. So that's the only thing that I know that you guys did. I got a sick magical girl transformation out of it, and now I look like a mobster. So fuck it. Yeah.
So yes, the gamblers are really decked out too. Well, listen, the only cool thing I ever got was, well, I guess I got my sheriff's badge. That's pretty cool.
Does the sheriff's badge do anything for you?
Yeah, it makes me resist cold damage.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. You're not in a stream campaign until Shattered Crowns affects you in some way. It's true. We've affected, I think, every campaign at this point.
I can't get over.
Sorry, everyone.
I can't get over the fact that Guy got an eyeball and immediately lost it. I can't get over that. That's too fucking funny to me.
I can't believe insert character in Shattered Crowns got insert thing and immediately lost it is a phrase that you're gonna hear a lot.
Yeah, Strange Roads was literally so Arcadum gave us like 3 options for games, and all of us, because it's me, Jesse Cox, Kelly Siren,
right,
Timac, it was Bikeman and Cry at the time, so it was the 6 of us, and we all decided that we wanted to do like an RP heavy game because all of us were super into like the role play aspect. So he was like, Strange Roads would be good for that. because it's literally like you're traveling with a bunch of people and stuff happens on the road and like there's lots of role play opportunities. I don't know that he expected us to mostly just bitch at each other, but that's fine. Essentially it was totally like what you were saying. The beginning of ours was everybody showing up in the same town for different reasons. I'm trying to remember what everybody's reasons were, but like Jesse plays a cleric of fate, so he just goes wherever he like thinks he's supposed to be. He has like no rhyme or reason for anything. It's just like, I'm fated to be here, shrug.
Yeah.
Mirage, who is Kelly's character, is a siren of the sands, and her thing was that a man named Ricardo had killed a bunch of her sisters. And so she was on like a mission of revenge. Like she's just trying to find this dude. And the trail had led her to where we all met one another.
Okay.
Zach heard that among the people who were in the caravan, somebody might have information about how to break a patron contract.
Ooh.
So he was trying, because he was not a warlock by choice. It was like a debt thing where he was like trying to get out of it essentially. So he was like, I don't want the magic. I don't want to be involved in all this shit. I don't want any of this. Like, I just literally want to go back and live my life. So he was trying to find information about how to break his patron contract. And then Timac, I don't remember what his reason was for being there. Timac is a Minotaur.
Okay.
Minotaur fighter, and he is like super religious, like very religious Cassius worshiper. And I don't remember what it was. Oh, he had a broken chain. That's right. He had a broken chain and he needed information about it. That's right. So yeah, he had an item that pretty early on he gave to all of us, like, do you guys know what this is? And we all rolled and we were like, nope. And I think, and Gallon was Bike Man's character, who was a love cleric. Goliath? Was that his race? And he was on a journey to marry two people, but he never told us who they were or where they were. I don't think. It was just like, I'm on my way to marry some people. And we were kind of roped in by a man named Jakir, who told us that somebody was going to be executed. We basically all wound up in a tavern, as all good stories start. And Jakir said that he needed people to find information to prove that a person who was about to be executed was not the right person, basically. And so we all were like, okay. And had our tutorial fight.
Okay, right.
Against these bandits. Okay. It was nice because our group was like half people that had played a bunch and half people who had never played before.
Right. That's a good mix always.
So yeah, it was really nice. So Arcadum had lots of opportunities to sort of like explain how D&D even works. On our way to the bandit camp, we found an egg, chat. Was it an egg?
Egg.
I think it was an egg. Oh, it was a box. That's right. It was we found a little box on the road. We opened it and there was a little creature inside, which was Beryl. Beryl, we came to find out, was like a baby Taltican.
Okay.
Like a little like machine creature. It didn't know anything about itself. And basically rapidly learned from whatever we did around it.
Okay.
Which was horrifying because obviously like it was meant to be or was programmed to be designed to be like essentially a therapy bot, I believe. Like it was supposed to be like helpful. And of course, like it like ate somebody's finger and all kinds of like stupid weird shit. And because we would like tell it to, not Zach, to establish. But yeah, Arcadum had come up with this really cool system that was basically like a level up, like a talent tree almost. So depending on what Beryl did and what Beryl ate and what Beryl saw, it would potentially unlock new abilities, but it would scrub out any other options. So it was like there was like a tree that was going in like specific directions, and all of the, if he's going in a murderous direction, all of the other like tree options were getting essentially cut off over time, right? So we realized that a little late, but basically over time, the more that he did, the more he would kind of like evolve into a bigger Taltikin. And so after we had beaten the bandits and found the evidence that we need and came back to Jakir, and sorted all of that stuff out, Jakir was like, "Hey, we run a carnival. Y'all should come, and then maybe
and enjoy it."
Yeah, and then maybe like join us on the road because we have like a long way to go, and we would happily pay you guys to protect us because it's going to be like a really long journey. And so we all agreed to go. We went to the carnival. We went to talk to what essentially read as like a tarot card reader.
Like a fortune teller kind of thing.
Yeah, but she was able to, so she like could tell that there was like some fucked up shit going on with me. And then Beryl came into the tent and she saw that he did not exist in the tapestry of fate. Which was wild. So he essentially was fateless when everybody has to have a fate, right? So that like caused her to kind of have a panic attack, basically. And Archidamus, Jesse's character, stayed with her, and they talked about fate for a while.
Is that Jesse's whole thing? Is fate?
No, he's like a grumpy old man. He's an ex-pirate.
Okay, never mind.
He's an ex-pirate that just like wants to get involved in everybody else's shit and wants to be drunk all the time. It's yeah, his character and my character basically did nothing but bicker. So we were like the parents of the group.
Something that I have no way of relating to at all. Parents of the group. Just something I have no idea. How would I ever possibly relate to that character aspect?
Right. Yeah. So he basically uses fate as an excuse to like not get involved in important shit and just sit and drink while everybody else does everything else. That was a lot of what his character did for the first few sessions. But yeah, so we wound up, I'm trying to remember. Chat, did Kalajin show up before we ever left? Is that what happened at the end of the carnival? Was Kalajin showed up? I'm trying to remember. Kalajin was after. Bandits came first. Right, we already did the bandits though. When was the Crowley maid shit? Oh my god. There was a whole part where we went back to like the mayor of the town we were in and realized his maid was super sus. The bandit and camp. Oh my god. Oh fuck. I had like blocked all of that out. Right. Oh my god. It was like before we ever left. Holy shit. I blocked out like literally all of this. So we investigated a murder. There was like a scream at the end of the carnival.
Okay.
We were investigating. We got roped in to investigate a murder and wound up in like basically, if I recall correctly, we were brought in and they were like, "Hey, you guys are super sus. How do we know that you aren't the ones that have been like murdering everybody?" And we were like, well, I guess you don't, but like we could try and figure out who is murdering people for you. And he was like, yeah, all right, I'm chill with that. And we realized that there was like that his maid was super weird, and we went down into like the I'm forgetting the order of things, chat. Did us like going into the basement, did that happen before Fem Barrel and all that shit? Yes. Okay. So I remember all of that, guys. I'm saying I forget the order. So basically, we went into the basement and we realized that there was like a huge wine barrel that was covering a door.
Okay.
So we opened up the wine barrel and got into what was essentially like a tomb, where a bunch of people were buried. Zach is just superstitious enough to be like, I'm not fucking with any of this shit. Hell no. Everybody else was like, I want a weapon. So they just started like desecrating tombs. And I was like, nope, I'm out. I don't want to do this
Why
shit.
are we the same exact fucking player? I don't. I'm going to touch everything in here. Okay, guy. Oh, what's this? Oh no, I'm on fire.
Zach was like left alone just long enough that the gambler talked to him for the first time in game and was basically like, hey, I need you to like, I've got these dice. So I started the game off with 2 dice that the gambler gave me, and he was like, you got these dice. I'm going to make it really clear to you when I want you to roll those, and it's going to be real soon. And I was like, fuck, okay. And Arcadum basically explained to me, like, you can choose to roll them or not to roll them. There will be consequences if you don't roll them. I was like, great, okay. Because again, like it wasn't like a partnership patron contract, right? It was like, you do what I say or I'll ruin your life. So we found a book, and I have Eyes of the Rune Keeper as one of my invocations.
Okay.
So I'm able to read literally anything that I find. And we found a book that had a song in it. And I was like, oh, interesting. So I gave it to Mirage because Mirage is a siren.
Right.
And I was like, oh, there's a song in here about the undead. Maybe we should keep this. And we went into the tomb, like the last room of the tomb. And there was a dude who was doing some kind of a ritual. And there were a bunch of like shit. Now I'm forgetting. He's doing a ritual, and I can't remember if like, or was it the maid? The maid was doing the ritual, right? The maid was a necromancer. That's what it was. You tried to seduce her a lot? Did we? I don't recall that. Oh, wait. No, we totally did. We totally did. But it wasn't, we weren't trying to seduce her we weren't trying to like charm her for real though, were we? No, we were. I'm forgetting how all of this worked. That's how you won. Everyone rolled to charm person. 3 people rolled charm. Oh my god. There's at some point in this, the reason that I'm confusing myself is because at some point in this campaign, I did a check and Arcadum was like, you realize that if somebody rolls charm, it'll disrupt what's going on. And I can't remember if that was this fight or a different fight, that we weren't trying to actually charm her, or if it was that we were just trying to disrupt what she was doing.
Okay.
But I think, yeah, we charmed her to get her to like stop and talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so she did, and she was like, guys, oh my God, you should totally worship Crowley with me. And we were like, haha, no, that's okay.
Thanks, but I'm good.
Haha. And then I think we finally, that's right, 3 of us rolled charm. We finally charmed her, and then I think Cordrin, Timac's character, just knocked her the fuck out, and we were like, what was even the goddamn point?
I'm wasting all those spell slots.
And then we tied her up, and we realized that the ritual was like still happening, but that we could potentially stop it if we could figure out how. And my character was like, the song! And so that was, I think, the first time that Kelly got to like really bust out a song on stream, which was dope as fuck. For any of you who don't know, Kelly is a trained like operatic singer. She's incredible.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, so her playing a bard is just tight. So she is primo content. Yeah. So she sang a song and subdued the undead, and it was dope. And then we went back upstairs and we were like, hey, your maid's weird. Here she is. We didn't kill anybody. And he was like, all right. Why did Fem Barrel happen? Why did we go to that other bandit camp, chat? That was once we were already on the road, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I did roll the dice. That's true. There was one of the right after saying I'm not gonna fucks with anybody's tomb.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, the dice rattled and I rolled them. And inside were a bunch of black coins that I kept forgetting to ask Arcadum what I was supposed to do with those. Inside were a bunch of black coins.
Did you ever figure out what to do with them?
No, I took them, but I haven't ever done anything with them.
So you just have these mysterious black coins?
Yeah, if my character sheet is to be believed. But hey, stranger things have happened. Season 2, I could be like, hey, Arcadum, by the way, I still have all these black coins. And he could be like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right, here we go.
You better spend them. So how far
did they turn into gold?
How far along is this in your season?
This is like maybe 2 episodes in.
Oh my God.
I know. He does always say though, he does. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So then we started to leave. At this point, we were all like super anal about what we were telling Beryl to do, because we realized we were like every single thing mattered with this poor fucking robot child. And so I had taken a little bit of gold, and Beryl was like, but you told everybody else not to take anything. And I was like, fucking fine. And I put it back.
See, if this were Shattered Crowns and that happened, I would be like, so? And then take even more.
Yeah, and then we left. And I honestly don't remember. Yeah, Beryl started calling me Purple Daddy. I cannot remember why. I cannot remember why we went to that other bandit camp, but I swear we were already on the road. Found
a dying guy on the road.
It was the Temple of Cassius? It was? Oh my God, you're right. Wait, we went to 2 Cassius temples? We went to 2 of them? Fucking Cordrin drank of the nectar on that fucking season. Damn. Yeah. So, okay, I'm remembering this now. So we went on the road. We were like, fine, let's do this shit. We got on the road, and we found a dude on the side of the road who was dying. And he I believe he told us where he came from, that he was at the Temple of Cassius.
Okay.
And Cordrin, of course, was like, we have to, I don't care what the rest of you fucking do, but like, it's a Temple of Cassius and I need to get interlopers out of there, basically. And we were like, oh, fine.
Cordrin is Timac, right?
Yes.
Okay, right, okay.
Yes. So we were like, okay, Jakir, like, are we good if we go and do this and then come back? And Jakir was like, sure, just like, don't take too long. We were like, okay. So we went to this area. We spent, I want to say, an entire episode deciding what the best option was for us to infiltrate this place because there were dudes everywhere. Mm-hmm. Archidamus, Jesse's character, Archidamus kept pushing that the best option was for Beryl to turn into a sexy anime lady and pretend a sexy anime bandit and tie up two of us and pretend that she was bringing us in as like prisoners.
Okay.
And and Zach was like, that's a fucking awful idea. And they pushed it long enough. They like pushed, like it went on for so long that eventually, again, because Zach and Archidamus do not get along, Zach was like, fucking fine, great idea. Yeah, let's totally do that. That's a fantastic idea. We should absolutely do that. Nothing will go wrong. And somehow in the whole conversation, it turned out that the two people who were going to be tied up were Zach and Archidamus.
Okay.
So it was sexy anime Beryl as a bandit.
Okay.
With Zach and Archidamus specifically tied up in a way where they could get free. That was the first time I believe that Mirage made a sexual joke to Zach. I believe.
And not the
last.
This
was the start of it all, chat. Not the last. This is the start of it all, chat.
Uh-huh.
It was a Shibari joke, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so we go to the front and I can't remember what exactly Beryl said, but I just vividly remember Arcadum being like, guys, I want to root for you, but you're making it so fucking hard. Like he literally just like walked up, if I recall, he walked up and was like, I'm a bandit. Arcadum was like, what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to walk up to the bandits and say, hello, I'm a bandit? Like, what am I supposed to do? We rolled a bunch of deception checks and they all failed. Sorry. Yes, go on.
I'm sorry. Can I show you something that I think is so fucking So yes. Here is a character summary. So there's I don't know if you know, but there's a Virum fan wiki.
The World Anvil or a different one?
No, a different one.
Okay. No, I didn't know that.
So hold on.
Oh no. Oh, that's right. Beryl couldn't talk in first person. He hadn't gained that yet.
So
this one is a sexy bandit. It was something like that. Oh my god. Sorry, continue.
Here's one of the pages for one of the Death and Debts characters.
Okay.
So, right. Are you looking at it right now? It's got like
I'm looking
their
at
art, their information, appearance, personality.
Wow, there's a lot on here. Yeah.
Here's the one for Huckleberry.
You just need to be hotter is the thing.
I guess so. Okay, so
let Huck have titties. That's what this person wants.
There's the one for Taryn, and there's mine.
Okay, here, I'll link them in my email. So here's the first one. And here's the second one.
Huckleberry is a player character in Shattered Crowns. Name, Huckleberry.
Oh my god. None of the clowns have text on their pages. That's actually so good.
I actually think the only ones that do have text are the Death and Debts.
Death and Debts.
I think they're the only ones that have any.
I love it. Status alive. Also good. That's good deeds.
Whew.
Yeah,
Thank God.
Yeah, sorry. I'll move this along. I'm taking way too long to
You're
get
fine,
through this.
dude. I had the fucking nice 2 full goddamn seasons.
I know.
What was
I just put too many details in.
Did you make your character on World Anvil at all?
Yeah, Arcadum had us do it, but I didn't upkeep it.
Oh,
so
mine is actually
upkept.
Upkept.
Yes.
I
should go back in there. Well, I'm gonna have to level him up anyway.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
Octo and I are gonna discuss how to make Zach broken.
Oh, well, I mean, what? I think it's kind of hard
Not
to make
broken.
Yeah, but I'll help you. I'll help you.
Zach's page literally says fart several times.
Does it really?
True. Yeah.
That's super.
Because Arcadum was like, yeah, this doesn't really matter that much. I just need you to make it in here and then I'll like transfer the information. I was like, cool. And I just wrote fart, fart, fart. I forgot about that. Yeah. So anyway, we killed everybody. Chat got really, really attached to one of the bandits, and I did the last hit on it. Kyle, I think was his name. Everybody was really upset with me. But like, fuck Kyle, chat.
Yeah, fuck Kyle.
Fuck Kyle. And then we got in there, and it was indeed a Temple of Cassius. Cordrin was able to mend his chain by praying to Cassius inside of the temple, which was dope. And then Gambler Black was like, so I waited until nobody was looking and I rolled the dice and took some of the power from the shrine. And Cordrin went over and was like, before we leave, I just want to pray one last time. And went over there and was like, do I notice that anything is different? And rolled. And Arcadum was like, nope, seems fine to you. And I was like, oh my God, like sweating so hard. Because at this point, they knew I was a warlock, but they didn't know for who. And they didn't know about the dice. Really, like they had seen me roll the dice with the two. Oh, fuck, I totally forgot. Before we ever left, I was called by Gambler Black like in the middle of the night to go and talk with him. And he that's when he outlined everything that he expected out of me. To like roll dice in other shrines, etc., etc. And Archidamus rolled a crazy high number to stealth and follow me and heard everything. And for, I want to say 8 or 10 episodes before I had mostly come clean. Zach's never truly come clean, but like before I had like told people a bit more about what was going on, Archidamus would be like, you shouldn't do that. Wouldn't it be a bit of a gamble? Stares at the lens.
Looks at the camera like I'm on The Office kind of thing.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Should you really roll the dice on that, Zach?
Oh my God.
Like, God fucking damn it. Episode 7 to 8 was the big fight. The big fight between all of us.
Oh, so, for one thing that's important to mention is, I know how we said we fought a lot in the first season. I was just thinking about this. We had like 3 fights in the second season, and I was like itching to use all my new abilities, but ever since the Violet Parable fight, we haven't had a single combat encounter. Because we just skipped the entire last part of that dungeon.
Right, yeah. I think that I think in chat right now they're referring to the big like fight between like our characters. I think. But basically, yeah, we sorted out Cassius's temple. I rolled the dice for the first time, like in an actual shrine, and didn't get caught. Hell yeah. And then we went back on the road, and I believe at that point is when that was like episode 6-ish, right? That we got to the point where we were stopped on the road, and they were like, "Hey, you can't come into the forest because all of the spiders are here," right?
I'm assuming that's where spiders usually live.
I'm waiting for chat to confirm that it was spider time.
that was a yes or no question.
You forgot about Wise Guy? Was that when I got Wise Guy? Oh my god, it was. We spent the night at the temple. Oh, that's right. No, we didn't. We did? Oh, Jesus Christ. We spent the night at the temple. And because I rolled the dice, Gambler Black gave me Wise Guy, who is my familiar because I'm packed to the chain. And Zach did not trust Wise Guy at all because he was like, I'm pretty sure this thing was just given to me to like keep tabs on me. The Wise Guy was literally just like a little, sweetheart that just really likes titties. That's basically his thing.
Sure, that's fair.
Yeah, and he could transform into a hat. So everybody woke up and I suddenly had a fedora. And Archidamus was like, "What the fuck is on your head? That looks fucking stupid." It was really good. And then is this when the gambler also? No, I don't think so. Oh my god, it's so hard to keep track of everything. After the temple, I think is when Collagen showed up. Collagen was an inquisitor who came to the camp and basically made Jakir like super nervous. And Jakir was like, "Oh, thank God you guys are back. There's like a really scary person here and I don't want any trouble." And the inquisitors like do not like warlocks. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and stay back a little bit. But basically, Collagen was like, come talk with me, come sit, and I'll like explain to you what I need you to do. And we were like, do we have a choice?
He's like, no.
And she was basically like, yeah. She was basically like, well, I mean, I could literally just pick up one or two of you and take you in with perfectly good reason. So if you don't want that to happen, then yeah, you're going to go ahead and listen to me. We did some checks and realized that she's a follower of the 7. She has like the symbol of the 7 on her outfit.
Ooh. Yeah, those symbols come up a lot. What's the symbol for the 7 again? Is it the star?
I don't even remember.
Is it the 7-pointed star?
Chat?
Yeah,
it
the
is
7-pointed star.
A white 7-pointed star.
That's right. Yeah.
Collagen is probably one of the coolest characters that we interacted with, and I really hope we get to hang out with her again. But she's like a super scarred up hot redhead. So of course Jesse was like, "Great. My entire mission for the rest of this campaign is to make out with this lady." And she wanted nothing to do with them. It was amazing.
Oh my God, that's fun.
Yeah, so she's an inquisitor. Made it really clear that she was down to like fuck us up if we didn't do what she asked for.
Right.
Which I'm trying to remember what she even asked us to do. Initially, I'm trying to remember what. Yeah, what was the story reason? No, Protect Halloween was later. No, that was later, guys. She approached us later and said, "I need you guys to do something," and told us about Halloween. That was not what happened first. Oh, searching for a criminal responsible for crimes against the White Pantheon. Seems to be a man in red. Right! Who turned out to be Ricardo. Okay, cool. So yeah, she was basically like, we're going to follow the caravan. We're going to stick by you guys. I need you to like scout out some areas for us and figure out where this dude went. And Mirage was like, holy shit, that sounds like the guy that I'm following, but didn't say that to her. And so we were like, okay, well, that kind of lines up, right? Got back on the road. Spiders. It was spider time. But before spider time happened is when Barrel blew up.
Okay.
And apparently, according to chat, I don't recall this, but apparently according to chat, Arcadum did mention, like, for some reason, you guys remember Beryl. Or rather, maybe Collagen mentioned that it was strange that we remembered Beryl. Beryl left behind a key that we still have that we were also told by Collagen not to let the Herald see. So we have never taken it back out. We have never taken it back out. It sat in somebody's bag. I'm willing to retcon and say that I still have it.
Okay.
But yeah. Wow, there's a lot of items and shit that we just didn't follow up on. Isn't that every campaign though?
God, if I had to tell you how many times we fucking forgot to use our important plot items to move the fucking session along. Arcadum literally whispering to us, hey, maybe you should try using that thing that they gave you.
Sam said there was an item that he put in his bag in season 1 of their game. And in season 2, like late in season 2, Arcadum was like, you guys don't happen to still have that thing, do you? And Sam was like, oh, I do. I still have that. And it wound up being like very important. So I keep being like, maybe there'll be a moment like that where Arcadum's like, hey, does anybody have any black coins? Does anybody have that fucking key?
You find a white vending machine. Wait a second.
Oh my God. Perfect. Cool. So yeah, it was Spider Town. The creeping death was happening, and there were a bunch of like guards who were like, you can't come through here, the creeping death is happening. And we were like, what if we clear the way for the caravan and make sure there are no spiders? Are you chill with us going through? And they were like, I mean, I guess it's like your death wish, right? Like if you really want to do that. So we told Jakir that we would clear the way. We got through. Turned out Gallon is horrifically scared of spiders. So we had to mostly pretend that we never saw any spiders and like hide them from him.
Okay.
And then we made it to essentially like a checkpoint, like a station that was intended for travelers to stop at, but there were all of these ranger stones that were around it that were meant to like keep things away, but one of them was busted, I think. So we were like, fuck. So inside were all kinds of crazy shit. There were a bunch of like little kid creatures that were singing songs at us and shit. It was nightmare fuel, dude. And it turned out we like did some checks and realized as long as we entertain them, we can put them to sleep and buy ourselves some time. Okay. So we put on the fucking show of our lives. It was wild. But at the same time, keep in mind, at the same time, there's a giant mirror in the middle of the room facing down. And a bunch of bodies taped or pinned to the ceiling.
Okay.
And mirrors all over all of the tables inside of this place with people inside of the mirrors.
Okay.
It was wild. It was insane. So there was all of that, but then a bunch of children trying to like creepy kill us to death. So we dealt with the creepy killers. We replaced the Ranger Stone, which made all of the creepy kids like scream and run. This entire time, Archidamus has been trying to destroy the mirror ? And I think one of our sessions literally ended with him being like, fuck it, I flip over the mirror. Actually, don't remember. I know that's where we met Toman. We're not there yet. So we flipped over the mirror. And I don't remember what that did, if it did anything. Like, specifically flipping over the mirror. I don't remember if that did anything. I don't think that anybody, like, died or had a vision or any of that. But that was the point at which I heard the Gambler Black as well. It was the end of that episode as well when I heard Gambler Black be like, "Hey kid, I'm about to probably vanish for a while. Don't worry, it'll be fine." And then he just disappeared. And
hey, I'm going away for a while. Don't worry, you'll still probably have powers. I don't know. Okay, bye.
Yeah, it was basically that. And I was like, what the fuck? Wise Guy was just a normal hat. I didn't have Wise Guy anymore. I was like, what? What? We all went to bed. I woke up, but it turned out I was still dreaming. And Babylon was like, "What's up? I have your dad now, and so I'm your dad. That's how this works. And hey, if you basically do what you were doing for Gambler Black, but do it for me instead, and essentially in any shrine you come to, just make a little Babylon shrine, that would be great. And when your journey's over, oath over, right? Like that's easy peasy, right? And you also won't be indebted to Gambler Black, and you can go back to your like fucking shitty life where you just gamble all day and hate yourself." And I was like, that sounds amazing. Let's do that.
Awesome. Love it. Where do I sign up again?
He gave me back Wise Guy. And Wise Guy was basically like, "Look, we basically just gotta play his game until we figure out how to beat it," right? And I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll just go along with this shit then," and like shook his hand and got a symbol of Babylon on my hand. And Arcadum was like, "Cool, literally everybody who's around you feels like you basically just smell evil." I was like, "Great. That's also super great."
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah, and he gave me a super evil rod to like keep in my bag. I was just really evil smelling, but I was not an evil person, chat, which matters. And also Wise Guy became glasses instead
of a hat.
Oh shit, but actually that's right. This did happen after I got the eye.
Wait, was Wise Guy a hat before?
He was a hat before.
And now he's glasses.
Because
you got to be Magane.
Because I gotta be Magane. Well, it was because I already had glasses, but he became sunglasses. And the reason was because actually before that was when we had gone into the tower that was right next to this little thing. And inside of the tower is where we found Wode's old servant all corrupted, and Wode showed up and was like, "Where's my servant at?" and picked him up, and the corruption started to spread to his arm. And then I was like, I did a check and realized like, oh, if somebody like became a new servant to him, it might give him the power that he needs, right? Because they run on like believers and like servants, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like it might give him the power that he needs to fight it off. And so Mirage was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll do it," and rolled really, really well and became a servant of Wode and had her first magical girl transformation and turned into Goth. And then we found Toman and did the whole eye thing. Mm-hmm. And he gave me an eyeball and then was like, "Cool, well, I gotta go," and vanished. And yeah, that's when all the Babylon stuff happened. And when I woke up, I had sunglasses instead of the hat because Babylon realized that I had the eye. Right, I'm remembering this now because he even mentioned it in our conversation. He was like, "You've got like other shit going on with your eye and like destiny and all that. I don't want to get in the way of that. I just want you to make shrines for me, please."
Okay.
I was like, okay. Yeah, made sunglasses. And then
I like the sunglasses. Like, do you have like official current art of
I don't have official current art, no.
Okay.
A lot of people have drawn it. I found a picture of like what I think I want him to be wearing for season 2 though. I just looked up mobster fashion and found like 4 different things where I was like, yes.
Maybe I should
all of this.
Maybe I should commission art.
Love it.
Because the one I have right now is it was drawn by Art Captain Hamburger, the guy that did the art for Monster Prom. And it looks awesome. I love it. Like, it's super cool.
Art is so talented.
Yeah, he's great. Like, because I love that he's so stylized, you know? And that's why I really like it. But I kind of want to get.
You should.
Yeah.
You're on season 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's been a while.
It's going to be season 3. Do your own magical girl transformation, Huck. It's time.
Ooh.
What did you find in that ship? What did you find to wear in that ship?
Hey, you want to know something fucking funny about that?
Yeah, I do.
Nothing. Because we couldn't open any of the crates in the cargo hold. Although there is something called, like, the Manslayer 8000. And we don't know what it is because we couldn't open any of the crates. Because after Baru got sworn in as the captain of the ship, we didn't go down into the cargo hold and check. Yeah, we needed access. We needed captain's access, so we couldn't open it. But yeah, but we're
break it.
Yeah, just break it open.
Just break it.
Yeah, I mean, we almost died in the med bay when fucking. Oh, I forgot to mention the funniest part about that. So remember when we scanned my hat and it came back as like infected, and they tried to purge everything in the med bay. So we had to force the door open, and I got a and we were like pounding on the wall, and Guy drank some astral dragon blood that he had been gifted, and he was like floating and T-posing. And we're like, Guy, let us out! And he's like, well, hang on just a minute here. And I had to force the door open by like, I rolled a 23 on my strength check, and I forced the door open. And we're like, open the door! And so he telekinesis the door open, and we escaped, but then my hat died, so I was sad about that. Hat. But that was a funny situation, because he was like, it would be so easy.
I'm gonna try to go faster with this, because I'm putting too many details in.
That's fine, I'm
very sorry.
You're good, dude.
This is when Archidamus and Zack had their huge, like, blow-up fight. And everybody started fighting about who's good and who's evil, because Cordrin is like, I don't want to travel with evil people, and Archidamus was like, I don't want to travel with evil people, and I was like, I'm not evil, I'm a victim of circumstance, thank you very much. And Mirage was like, I'm not evil either, Woad isn't evil, you guys just don't get it.
Just misunderstood.
Yeah, meanwhile Galen was talking with a ghost and then forgot everything the ghost said, and then sat on a couch and wanted bread, I think was mostly his character arc. Anyway, so we had like a big old fight. Archidamus like said he was gonna leave, and I was like, fine, fucking leave. And then everyone was like, no, wait. And then Archidamus brought Zack off into the corner and was basically like, you step one toe out of line, I'll fucking kill you. Cleric, by the way, not evil, doesn't want to be with evil people. You step one toe out of line, I'll fucking kill you. And I was like, okay. And then
you got it, Captain.
Got it, bud. Went back to the caravan. We were like, we did the shit. We went through the forest with the caravan. On the other side of the caravan is when GodCon had happened. So I was serving Babylon for like a hot fucking minute before he had to come back and be like, so apparently I'm like restricting you and like how well you can like do your shit. So I guess I'll take away your oath. You don't have to be oathed to me.
Okay, this is the part after GodCon.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. There was the Violet fight first. And the Manticore. Oh my god, there was more. Shit. I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at condensing. We found a Manticore that was fucked up. There were 2 Manticores.
Okay.
We realized that they were behaving super weird. We did some checks. We managed to use this was when we used Charm. We managed to use Charm to disrupt whatever was happening with these Manticore. They weren't violet. They were like green. And we managed to shake one of them out of it. I think the other one died. But we managed to shake one of them out of it. And we were like, hey, some fucked up shit happened to you. And he was like, yeah, what's up with that? And we were like, well, it looks like somebody did something. And he was like, yeah, for real. And we said, what if we all like dealt with whatever that was together? And he was like, I'm way more powerful than you guys. You realize that, right? Like I'm a fucking Manticore. And we were like, yeah, But you also last time apparently got poisoned by something, so it didn't do too well last time. And he was like, "Fine, I'll be in this spot at this time. You show up, and together we'll do this cool side quest." And we were like, "Okay." Spoiler: we did not get there in time. We never saw the Manticore again.
Right. Okay.
And then we were told to go to another shrine, and I don't remember why. But Manticore Bro is dead somewhere? Nah. No. I know, but why did we go to the king in the first place? We found basically like a table with a bunch of chairs at it, and there were ghosties there.
Okay.
They were all people who, like, heroes who had died and who had entered the Hall of Heroes, which we later found out is the same as Valhalla.
Oh,
Cordrin had a
okay.
vision. That's what it was. Cordrin had a vision. And so we went to this place. We were able to talk with the king, who was at the head of the table. And he instructed us to go to the shrine. That was another shrine of Cassius. We went to the shrine, and was the violet enemy just there?
Oh, you guys fought a violet enemy?
Oh yeah. We fought, well, violet, the corrupted enemies, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The siren was there first? Really? No. The siren was first? What? Really?
I usually defer to chat on these because they
I
usually
know,
remember
but
better
that
than I
doesn't
do.
sound right, but it's fine. I basically looked at the king with my eyeball, and I saw a big violet dude just standing behind this king's ghost, and I
Ooh,
was like, huh, that's interesting. And then it vanished. And I was like, okay. And then we went to this shrine, and there were a bunch of stone dudes there. Kelly's character Mirage, as a siren, realized, oh, this was done by a stone siren. So these are basically hot people that the stone siren kept as
I'm
just fun stuff.
I'm so sorry. Can you give me 1 minute?
Of course.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just have to be right back.
No, it's fine. Do it.
Okay. Hello? Wait, I'm back. Okay. Wait, I think she might be AFK. It's so cool to hear other people's
Hi, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I muted because I didn't know if you didn't want your side of the phone call to be heard.
Oh, no. It's fine. It's fine. Sorry. It was just we have a work order in our apartment.
So gotcha.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think that I have that note, guys. I think Mirage had it. Yeah, if I recall. Anywho, Stun Siren showed up and basically talked about how everybody aside from Kelly was just worthless food.
Mm-hmm.
She called me hot, which
nice.
I know. And then Cordrin kept being rude to her, and Mirage managed to convince her not to kill Cordrin, but Cordrin had to so she had claimed the shrine as her space, and Cordrin was like, no, this is a Cassius shrine and you need to get out, right? Because he's a zealot. This is a Cassius shrine, you got to get out. And she was like, wow, you're gonna talk to me like that when you're just nothing? And Mirage was like, please, can you leave and not kill my friendos? And she was like, fine. I remember what it was like to be a young siren.
Okay.
But in order for me to leave, Cordrin's gonna have to kiss my toesies. And he did.
What is with the fucking toe sucking in these games? Like, honestly.
That's right. Timek rolled a 20 on intimidation. That's right. He was like, I'm going to intimidate this chick into leaving Cassius. And he nailed it. And so she was like, oh my, okay, well, damn. Oh, right. Because he said, you have to apologize to Cassius. You have to leave and apologize to Cassius, and rolled a 20. And she was like, all right, okay, fine. Goodness gracious. But you still have to kiss my toesies. And so he did, and she left. After, we took all of the statues out. We got her permission and took all of the statues out.
Okay.
And then once like her influence was out of the shrine, Cassius was able to like be at full blown shrine power.
Mm-hmm.
And then the violent enemy just showed up. I think he just rolled up like, hey buds.
It's like, hey fuckers.
You guys want to fight? And we were like, sure. So we had our first Violet fight. He was buried there. He came from under the temple. Whatever. He buzzed up through the floor with a drill to reach the heavens. And then he was like, you guys want to fight? And we were like, yes. We fought him. I used my eye on him and realized that he was the same person as the king that we had talked to before. And that's why I saw the violet enemy behind him.
Okay.
So this violet had like corrupted his body. Mm-hmm. And I realized that if I rolled well enough, I could separate him. I could separate the violet from the king and like release the king, basically.
Okay.
And I still had like Bless and Bardic Inspiration and a bunch of shit. And I was like, fine, let's do it. So I did it and nailed it. And then the king, once freed, summoned up a bunch of the heroes from the Hall of Heroes to come and help us. So it was suddenly like, it went from a 5v1 fight to like a 9v1 fight or something. And we won. But unfortunately that was we ended the session midway through that fight. And that was when Bike came to us and was like, I can't keep playing. And his character had just been downed like at the end of the last session. Okay. So he was like, I can't keep playing anymore. Like it just doesn't work with my schedule. And Arcaden was like, okay. And so when we came back with the next episode, basically, the enemy like continued to hit Gallon, and Arcaden decided like, I'll just roll, and if he doesn't make this next death save, then he's just dead for good. And if he does, then we can RP him like leaving the party, right? But he died. But it was great because once we had won, he was like accepted into the Hall of Heroes. So we were like, oh, he's got friends. So his spirit like went off to the Hall of Heroes with everybody, and we had like a big funeral for him and stuff, and it was very sweet.
Going away party.
Yeah, we had a going away party for his spirit. And went back, and that's when we reached the point where GodCon had happened. Okay. That's right.
And now this is when you got released from the oath thing?
Yes. Okay. So this is when Babylon came to me, and I had honestly, I think one of my favorite moments in season 1 was the conversation with Babylon, because he was so just like, he obviously didn't fucking want to be there. Mm-hmm. And he kept like being like, but if you could also do this thing for me. And I was like, right, but we're not going to shake on it. Like, you literally can't create an oath for me to do that thing for you. And he was like, right.
Okay, so what's the deal with Nox?
But Nox showed up at the end of that fight.
Okay.
To help us out. That's right. Nox showed up at the end of that fight to help us out. Nox was sent by, I always say the name wrong, Woad and Own. Woad and Own.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the dream. Because she's a silent knight who like fights in the dream. So she was sent there to find me and essentially like protect me. And so she joined the party as our 5th member. And it was great. Honestly, like without Nox, we would have been so fucked. she wound up being like the perfect way to like round out the group. Like having another like beefy fighter character was like great. But yeah, so Nox and Mirage had like a midnight convo with Woden Un. I don't know why I can't do that. And then Babylon came to me and was like, I guess you're released and you can have the gambler back and whatever. And so, and that's when I became a baron. I'm a baron now.
Oh, a baron of what?
No idea. That's what I asked.
Just in title only?
Yeah, I became a baron. I got a magical girl transformation. I look even more like a mobster. I have a cane that now has 3 boys in it. So I've got Wise Guy, Handyman, and Tommy Two Hands, and they're all fucking degenerates, and I love them.
Okay, they're all your idiot sons.
Yeah, they're my idiot sons, and Purple Daddy reigns, I guess. And then Cordrin talked with Cassius, and it was a very funny, just like Cassius showed up and was like, hey dude, so like don't kill that Babylon kid anymore. We've got like a ceasefire or whatever, so just like I don't know. Like their convo was so just like I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Anyway, fist bump, and then he like left.
Right.
He got a sick axe, like a chain axe that was dope.
Sweet.
Yeah. And then and Archidamus did not hear a goddamn peep from the Matron of Fate, which was funny as fuck. He was like, where's mine? And we were like,
don't worry about it.
Oh, that's right. I did desecrate that other temple as well. That's right, I did. I rolled really bad, so I put the tiniest little Babylon symbol inside of that shrine. Yeah. And then we moved on and we came to the town. Is that what happened? He was too drunk to hear the call. I think that is what Arcadum said. Is that he must have slept through it. Yeah, I think from there we reached the town. I don't remember the name of the town.
What?
Ladrig's Rest.
What race is Zechariah?
He is a high elf.
He's a high elf. Okay.
Yeah. A purple high elf.
Ooh, purple.
No one said I couldn't. No one said I couldn't.
That's fair.
Yeah. This was where we met Tementia. We met her outside of Ladrig's Rest.
Okay.
And her cart had like fallen off of basically she was like at the top of a God, I'm losing all kinds of words right now. It's because it's midnight. Her cart fell to its death and blew up somewhere. And so she was like, all of my important papers. And Mirage was like, I can fly. I can just fly down there and find all of it for you. And she went down there and she found beer and she found the papers, but she was like, oh, it's about patrons. I really want to bone Zach, so I'm going to give these to him instead. And so she went up there and shoved them down my pants, as we covered, and was able to carry a big thing of beer up. And that's where the goodness, I'm strong came from. And Archidamus cornered Nox and talked her ear off. And we managed to completely lie to Dementia and be like, yeah, there was nothing down there except beer. Maybe the dude who was driving your cart, like, grabbed all of your stuff in case he saw you again. And she was like, oh, probably, and just walked away. So that's how I got all of those papers that I'm currently studying.
Okay.
I thought she was classist. Dementia? Yeah. She didn't give a shit if the dude who drove her cart was alive or dead. So we were like, fuck this lady, and started walking away. But Mirage was like, wait, but she needs help. It cracks me up that everybody makes jokes about Mirage being evil, but literally Zach and Archidamus were like, fuck this lady. So
man.
I know she was a researcher from Leave. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, she's from Leave. I don't remember which one that is. I have to look them up. We interviewed like 10 people. And the only one I remember is like Tyler Pureheart. He was like a halfling cleric, and I wrestled him into submission. And then the Dragonborn guy, the Void Warlock dude, there's so many. We interviewed so many people. There was the guy that threw the spirit Scrumpo. I remember that. The guy that impaled Scrumpo to the throne. The Dragonborn that impregnated somebody in a different campaign.
What?
Yeah, that happened.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
what the fuck is going on?
Listen, hey, welcome to Shattered Crowns, baby.
I guess so, baby.
Guy
we finally got
out of the room. That's right.
We finally got to Ladrig's Rest, which was an actual fax town, and we like tried to get some information, and we met a bunch of other player characters. We needed to find out where Valoween was, because Kaladin had been like, hey, there's a person named Valoween. I need you guys to protect her because she was under an oath with Babylon, and we need her safe. And we think that there are going to be assassins, Hikari assassins, who are going to come and kill her. And we were like, okay. So we tried to like undercover ask around or find out information about Valoween. And of course, in the end, Archidamus just got really drunk and was like, we're trying to find out about Valoween. Does anyone know about that? And it turned out that some old player characters that Arcadum was playing were like, maybe we do. Maybe we do, but you got to do something for us first, right? Of course. So we like did a thing for him. And then we all pieced the fuck out, and hopefully everybody in that situation is fine, but probably not. And then we found Valoween, and it turned out Valoween was like a crazy powerful satyr lady who is a chimerist. And she was basically like, I essentially was like, I don't understand why people from the Inquisition are trying to save somebody like you, to be perfectly blunt. And she was like, yeah, probably because they need me alive to do something. And I was like, yep, probably. And then there was like awkward sustained eye contact. And then we realized that she had like a big hole in her place that went to not the Feywild, but what is the Valkyrie is after chat. Shadowfell. She had a big hole to the Shadowfell, like in her cave. And we were like, that's ominous, lol. I guess we'll leave. But
you didn't investigate it at all?
We can't. Literally, if you get close to it, it starts to suck you in.
Okay.
So we were like,
fine.
Well, I don't want to do that. But basically, we were like, somebody's coming here to kill you. She was like, cool. Well, I don't really want to fucking be here anymore anyway. If you can, like, there's a temple, like a monk's temple that's nearby, like a couple days away. If you can go there and get a specific item for me and bring it back, I can create basically a portal for myself to be able to just fuck off.
Sure.
Because I need to like be able to take all of my experiments with me. And so I need to do this a particular way.
Right.
And we were like, but we were literally sent here to keep you alive. What if we leave and people come to kill you and it's all like pointless? And she was like, well, you can leave people with me if you want. And so I left all of my boys with her, which wound up being a boss fight for the Broken Bonds team, because the Broken Bonds team was sent there to kill her. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I was sweating. I was like, cool, left my boys, let's go. And Arcadum was like, I'm sorry, I can't keep this from you. This is going to be a boss fight for Broken Bonds. And I was like, what? You mean my boys might die? And he was like, don't worry about it. And I was like, no, what? And I had so much anxiety about it for, I don't know, 2 weeks, however long it took for us to get back and know that they were fine.
And they were okay?
Yes, but from watching, because I watched the episodes, watching, there were definitely scenarios in which they would have not been okay. Right. But it honestly wound up being the best case scenario where like the Broken Bonds group found out that the person who had like hired them and who had control over them was a piece of shit. And so they essentially killed the boys. To be honest, they killed the boys. The boys were out of commission, but Halloween, they managed to save Halloween from this dude, and he got kicked into the Shadowfell.
Okay.
So the boys were brought back to life by Halloween.
Nice.
But if Halloween had died, because she definitely could have died there. If Halloween had died, they would have been dead for good, I think. So thank goodness. The Broken Bonds team didn't die. My boys didn't die, which is all I fucking cared about.
Everybody came out ahead.
Yeah.
It's so funny that, like, I love those kinds of interactions where, like, you know, things that other groups do affect you. But we only have literally a one-way street where everything we do fucks over everyone else and nothing bad ever happens to us. Because by the time anybody does anything, we're in another fucking galaxy where nobody can touch us.
Okay, chat, let me explain something to you because people always say this to me. They are not familiars. I am a warlock, which means they are fiends from another plane that have been brought to me. They can die. They will have to go back to their plane and potentially cannot come back. They can't just be like respawned like a typical familiar. So everybody that was making fun of me for being like, my boys, what if they die? It's because I could have really actually lost them. So get out of here.
I would miss them too. Prank wars never punished.
Prank wars never punished. I'm packed to the chain. Yeah, then we met the Valkyrie, who we like could barely talk to. She was frozen in ice. We got her out. And that was like a whole big lore dump. And then Nox fell asleep because she's a lizard. It was great. And then we went to the actual like monk's temple. There was definitely some crazy violet shit going on in there. We realized that it was Ricardo, who is the person that Mirage wanted to murder and who had caused all kinds of shit the entire time. The person College Inn wanted dead, or at least wanted to find. The person who had messed up the manticores, like he was all of it, right? And he was at this point completely corrupted. And the fucked up thing was he had all of the voices of all of the sirens he had killed. So he like fought us with the siren voices.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it wound up being an absolutely epic fight. It was so cool. It was well done. It took us 2 sessions, but it was dope. And Mirage tortured him to death. We were like, Mirage should get final kill on this guy. Like, he killed all of her sisters. Like, she's been on this journey of revenge. Like, we should let her deal the final blow. And she was straight up like, I'm going to torture him. I'm going to cut off like each of his limbs individually. I'm going to make it really slow and awful. And we were like, all right. And so it started yet another conversation of Archidamus being like, I just watched a very young person torture a man to death, and that's fucked up. And so it was another one of those like good versus evil conversations.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought immediately Guy was evil for wanting to eat a baby.
Immediately after that, I was looking at all of the shit because Ricardo was like trying to do a ritual, and we found like a book in there, and I was reading through it, and we realized that it was like a bastardized version of the Song of Creation.
Okay.
And so Arcadum gave us a bunch of options of what we could do with it. We could destroy it. We could try to like sing the bastardized version and see what happens. But one of the options was to revert it back to the original Song of Creation and sing that. And so Mirage decided to do that. She was the only one who had the option to like sing the song.
Right.
So she did, and was transported somewhere in the astral
sea.
Faraway
land to a world where monsters rule.
Yeah, was put in space somewhere, and was told that she could become a Cord and try to save the planet. And she was like, okay, and came back Came back and had another magical girl transformation and is now gold.
Okay.
Yeah, and so went from like consumed by revenge, like a nightmare of woad, just like completely black ichor all over her body, like tortured this dude to death, and like from our perspective, sang a song, looked to the sky with glowing eyes, and then was suddenly in like a beautiful golden ball gown and looked at all of us and was like, I'm a cord now. I have new purpose in life. I don't want to kill. We were like, what the fuck?
Didn't you
like
just torture
so much
this man
happened
and
to
cut
her.
his limbs off? Yeah.
Yeah, what about that guy though? So it was unfortunate because she had been given like such good abilities from being a nightmare of woad.
Yeah.
But like story-wise, it made sense for her to have something else to go for now, because
Sure.
otherwise it was like, well, I guess I'm just consumed by my hate forever, because we know revenge doesn't do anything good.
Yeah.
And that was
See,
basically
here's the thing.
the end. Yeah.
Huck is the everyman, right?
Right.
He's the relatable character. He's just along for the parties. He's not driven by revenge. He's not driven to save anybody. He's just moseying along, you know?
Right. Totally. Don't forget the 1v1 fight. Look, I said the fight was incredible. If you want to go watch it, go watch it. It was amazing. Nox fucking crushed the shit out of this guy. Yeah. But in the end, Mirage tortured him to death, and that's the truth.
And that did happen.
Nox got 3 natural 20s on like just a clash back and forth fight. It was incredible.
Who plays Nox?
Mimika.
Oh, okay, cool.
In the Silent Knights campaign, which is an older campaign.
Nice.
So yeah, we then like, it was basically, we went back to Halloween. I grabbed my boys. Arcademus saw part of the Tapestry of Fate. For some reason, Halloween had part of the Tapestry of Fate. And so Arcadum looked directly at it and is now plagued by nightmares of like a vision that he saw of a prism, and like part of the prism is missing and he has to find it and he has no idea what the fuck that means. And so we basically got to the end of the journey with this caravan, right? And then we were like, what are we all gonna do? And Mirage is like going where she needs to go for the cord shit. Arcadum, why do I keep doing that? Archidamus had 3 leads on where to find the orange star prism, which is what he needed to find. And Jesse basically was like, where's the most dangerous place to go? I'm going there. Because another aspect of his character is that he is like, if it's my time to die, it's my time to die. So he just like does dangerous shit for no reason. So he was like, wherever's the most dangerous place to go. So he's going to the Badlands with like chupacabras and shit. Cordrin at one point was told by a turtle that he needed to get married to some lady, to some like badass, extremely strong, terrifying woman. So he was like, I guess I gotta go get married and get that +2 AC. And Nox needed to go back to the dream. So Zach was like, I'm gonna fucking chill. So he's just chilling.
And that's where we ended up.
And that's where we ended. The person with the violet eye is the only one not doing shit right now, except reading papers about patrons and gambling with people. That's all he's doing right now.
Bud, you gotta do something.
I mean, look, here's the thing. Okay, I was watching the most recent episode of Broken Bonds, and they were given the option to come and find me, and I was like, come on. And they were like, nah, we'll do something else. I was like, God damn it. That would have been amazing, because they fought my boys.
Oh, that would have been really cool.
And my boys would have recognized them. It would have been great.
Yeah, man, that's so funny. Yeah, I wondered how we were gonna end season 2 for us, because I was curious if
you
would, like,
imagine it would be in a spaceship.
No, I didn't really imagine that. Oh
God.
Yeah, so we're traveling for a few months. But I guess our trip is gonna be through space, so we're gonna have like space encounters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, chat. Yeah. Toman told them that the second that more than one eye is in the same place, like the likelihood of us getting attacked is higher. And they were like, we don't really want to get attacked. So they didn't go to find me. Boo!
Come to space. It's crazy too because we could technically visit any planet we want.
Hell yeah.
And it sucks too because like I wanted to interact with other characters, you know, like I wanted to interact with characters from like your campaign or you know the tier campaigns, but we are.
Oh, totally. I was so jealous that there were like 3 groups just chilling in the same spot, like all hanging out. I was like, man, I'm just stuck with a bunch of people who think I'm evil and one that wants to jump my bones. It's not the worst, but you know.
Listen, I'm stuck in an intergalactic sausage party up in the fucking spaceship, so you know. Hey man, you take what you can get.
Hey, maybe we could hang out. Maybe I'll wind up in space somehow.
Let's go to space. Oh yeah, the one cool thing that I actually did get to do was wait, the console is actually the closest thing to a 7 years, 7 days campaign now with the space. Oh shit. Oh, that's right. We might meet Kraken. But I guess his character has that third eye, which is really But what was it?
Someone was saying because I'm looking at all the patron shit, I could wind up and leave. It's kind of up to Arcadum because we're not actually playing right now. So it's like kind of up to Arcadum what happens to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, since it's a living world and everything's happening at this, like, you know, everything's happening. Yeah, it would be pretty crazy. Yeah, there's so much because we're going all over the place. One of series characters has lost another gotten a Look, I don't even want to know. Wait, yes, I do. I was gonna say I don't even want to know what's in that cargo hold, but then I was like, wait, yes, I actually do. I do want to know what's in that cargo hold because it might be something cool. Let's see.
Zach should go with Mirage. He has no reason to. Mirage was like, Zach. Kelly and I had a conversation about like what the last conversation would have been between Zach and Mirage since we didn't get to do it actually on stream. Basically, Mirage, not to say everything, but like essentially Mirage was like, I have stuff that I need to do. So that's it. I have some shit that I need to do. We'll meet again. And I was like, yep. And then we winked at each other, I guess.
It's so funny too because like we had a big I think we talked for like 20 minutes at the end of our session of like where we actually need to go and like what our purpose right now is because Eustace did say like, hey, you should meet us at the labyrinth. Like he should say, hey, or come to the camp in
come to the camp, yeah,
in Virum. He's like, come to the camp and meet everybody else, and then he vanished. And so we don't know what that means in context,
right?
But
no, that's the thing, right? When you're trying not to metagame, you have to like parse like what do I know as a player and what does my character know? And like what my character does not know anything about the eyes, really. Like doesn't know where anybody is, like saw silhouettes in a vision of the other people with the eyes, but like doesn't know who any of them are. Like he's lacking so much information that at this point, literally he feels like the best option is for him to just stay put and be like, somebody's gonna come knocking at my door being like, hey, fucker, you need to go here. So he'll just wait. Like,
yeah.
What can you do?
Yeah, I mean, it's... Oh, okay, so I guess Scrumpo and Guy would know because of refractions, right? Yeah, it's so hard not to mitigate. And also for me, too, because, like, I'm in a group with one of the people who has the most active characters in any campaign, just Stir, and Moon, who has 3, I think? And one of them was, like, really important lore-wise. So I'm just like, man, what the fuck? Like, what do I do? You know, like, I don't How do I contribute to Moon has 4? Wow. So here I am like trying to contribute to lore, but like in the end, Huck doesn't really fucking know anything.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about Dick Kickham. That's one of Moon's characters.
Kickham.
Yeah. Azalon, Dick Kickham, Scrumpo, and Spine Snap. Okay.
Oh my god. Wait, isn't Moon in Tearing Veil?
He is. That's Spine Snap. Yeah.
Spine Snap? I don't remember that.
Angorn.
Which one is Spine Snap? The dwarf?
Is that his guy? I haven't seen Tearing Veils yet. A Bane dwarf.
Yes. Okay.
Roderick. Right.
The Bane dwarf. Oh,
wait, was
he talks
it
like that? I remember that now.
Wasn't oh fuck.
I don't remember that was his name though.
Wasn't Dick Kickham a paladin too?
Dick Kickham. I can't get over that name.
Oh, fighter. Okay. He talks in a cup. That's really funny.
Guys, everybody who's so mad that Zach didn't ask the right questions, Knox literally showed up and was like, I have so much to tell you. And honestly, did not tell him like a lot of information that he needed to know. So like, like what is he supposed to do? Like,
if you have time, watch Dick Kickham's Day Off. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, that's always like, well, okay, so I feel like anytime I try and contribute to lore or I try and get something out of the lore, I say the wrong thing and everybody just kind of looks at me like, shut the fuck up, Huck. And I'm like, okay. So, yeah, I always try and contribute something, but I always feel like I don't know what to ask or like what to say, because me as a person, as Octo, I have some context for what they're saying, but less. But Huck knows literally nothing about anything.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't really know what to say. So I usually just end up staying quiet during those and let Grumpo and other people handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're like you were saying, you're in a position where you're playing with people who know a lot about the world and the lore.
Yep.
So I'm sure that it winds up just being easier, like kind of taking a back seat in those situations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Scrumpo and Ikar, because Joe takes a lot of notes, because that's in character for him to do that. Is to take a lot of notes, because he like collects books, and Huckleberry couldn't read until like a few days ago.
Amazing.
Yeah.
God, we've talked for a long time.
Did talk for a long. There's a lot to talk about.
I know, but we didn't even get to the IO stuff. We might have to do a separate IO one.
Cursed with being a fighter. It's true. It's true. Yeah. I think I do have the most, at least the most tending towards good moral compass. Everybody else is sort of in a gray area.
Sure.
Yeah, we can talk about IO next time.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten lunch.
Are you yeah, did you say your campaign is actually done, or it just like hit kind of a crazy like mid-season blow up episode
in IO?
Yeah.
We're sort of,
because you're only like 6 episodes in, aren't you, or 5?
Something really big happened, and I think Brett's taking a quick break, and we're actually losing to, like, figure 2 characters. Not players, but characters. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you one of them?
No. Both of these is same. Okay. Both of these is not going anywhere.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. Gmart and Lawman are changing.
Changing? Oh my god.
Okay. I'll explain it next time. I promise.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what episode we're on with Misdemeanor. But for context, any of you who are like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're also in another like series of games that all take place in the same world that are run by Brett Ultimus. They're called the IO World games.
Correct.
So I'm in Misdemeanor, which is pirate themed, and I play basically imagine number 5 from Umbrella Academy, but like
from
dropped onto a pirate ship. Yeah, exactly, from Kids Next Door.
Right.
And then Octo plays both of these.
That's right, I do.
A game called All King.
Yep. That's me, both of these.
So
yeah, my paladin, who is unhittable. He's level 5. He's level 6.
This is what I'm talking about. You just make broken ass characters.
So the way I calculated it out is he's got 21 AC at level 6, and then he casts Shield of Faith with no magic items, by the way. He casts Shield of Faith, and he's at 23 AC. And then I gave him, at level 4, I gave him the feat that gives him proficiency in Constitution saving throws. So even if he gets hit by something to drop concentration, all he has to do is just, make resilient. That's what it is, resilient. So all he has to do is make a Constitution saving throw. Warcaster is advantage, but resilient is proficiency in con saves, which I think is better than just straight up Warcaster, because Warcaster Warcaster gives you advantage in con saves to drop concentration, but and his constitution is already really high, actually. Octo, hear me out. What's up, Summer? Tell me. I'm listening. So his con save is +8. Magic Initiate takes shield. Isn't shield reactionary? God, that would be... Until the start of your next turn, you have +5. Holy fuck. Yeah, that would give him 26 AC.
Oh my
until
God.
his next turn. So basically, what I do is I cast Shield of Faith, which gives me a standing AC of 23. And he's got +8 to his con save to drop con. So I have to roll a 1, I think, to drop concentration. Unless they deal more than 20 damage. In which case, I would have to roll a 2 in order to drop concentration. So...
Do you remember when I messaged you about True Strike?
Yes.
I messaged because I took True Strike as Zach. If Arcadum lets me, I'm going to drop it. But I took True Strike, and chat was like, "Oh my God, that's an awful spell! What an awful spell! What a fucked up, terrible spell!" And so I went to Octo, and I was like, "You're big brain. Can you tell me why this spell sucks?" And he was like, "Oh, well, I mean, it's always going to be better." I think your explanation was right. It's always going to be better to take 2 opportunities to hit.
Right.
But also, instead of like
advantage
preparing to hit better.
Yeah. Because that's the thing where, what does that do again?
It was you point at somebody within range and you get advantage on your next attack against them, but it requires concentration. So there were like 2 things there that were like, this isn't great. It would be better to just hit twice. And also, if you use a turn casting True Strike and then your concentration is broken, you literally just wasted a turn.
You get nothing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so it's better to just gain advantage on your first strike. Yeah, so it's an aim attack, basically. Yeah, so it's always better to make 2 attempts to damage something rather than using advantage on 1, because you might not even hit with the advantage.
I'm trying to think of who could even make good use of that spell.
Yeah, I gotta get married in Prego. Both of these has to get married in Prego to get the +2 AC. +4 AC. Yeah, he's got to get butt pregnant. But anyway, so don't worry about it. So
okay. I won't think about it ever again.
So yeah, But well, it's funny because I think G-Mart said he's gonna play a warlock, and Lawman said he's gonna play a bard, and Whoops is a sorcerer, and I'm a paladin. So we're all charisma casters. Our group is just all charisma casters. This is really funny.
Amazing.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, so the other thing I took is the reason I took that high AC is because I took the Oath of the Crown, which has one of the only taunt mechanics in the game. The target has to succeed at a Wisdom saving throw, and if it fails, it can't move more than 30 feet away from me. So that's like really, really good because
here's what's oh man, sorry, I was gonna say here's what's cool about Gmart being a warlock is that like in IO you don't know who your patron is.
Right.
You're just pulling power from something, but you don't know what it is.
Uh-huh.
So that'll be really fun for you.
Oh boy. Oh, we came up with a
super fun.
We came up with a really great character concept while we were talking, because we did like a podcast thing where we talked about like what we want to do going forward. And
right.
We thought it'd be really funny to make a genie warlock whose patron was whoever rubbed their lamp. I thought that was a great character concept. I thought that would be an awesome character concept. So it's basically
that's very good.
A warlock, but their patron, the only reason they have power is because the genie is only active when someone rubs. Yeah, the genie is only active when someone rubs their lamp. And so that's how they get their quote unquote power. So if nobody rubs their lamp, they're basically just stuck in the lamp. But just some random dude, like some random villager rubs the lamp, right? And then you become their warlock.
Their warlock.
Yeah. I thought that would be really funny. Next month, there's a new D&D book with subclasses and the Djinn Warlock patron. Oh, that's cool. I want to do it in reverse.
Interesting.
Yeah. But, yeah, anyway.
Go eat. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I kept you for a very long time.
It's fine. Hey, thanks for talking, dude.
Yeah, this is very fun.
We'll catch up we'll do IO next time, yeah?
We'll do IO next time, yeah.
Okay, all right. Bye, buddy.
All right. Bye, dude.
See you. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go eat, and I have some more moving stuff to take care of. I might start streaming later. I might do another stream later today. But I gotta take care of some things. I have some like stuff at my old place that I still need to go get and things like that. But hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Hey, wow.
Here comes a daredevil.
Subject Deltoid, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. And you know what? I appreciate you. Remember that. Can you leave the camera on and stream Midna next time? I'll have Midna cam next time. Although last time she was in here, she was being a little fucking goblin. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Hey, I want you to know, thanks for supporting the stream and supporting me. I hope to see you again. Thanks, everybody. I mean, what can I say other than thank you for coming out and coming here and hanging out with me. It means a lot to me. You're all amazing. And it's so cool to meet all these people through the living world of Virum and meet all these other like streamers and awesome audience members and things like that. And it's just fucking cool, man. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. It means a lot, really. Take care out there, okay? Wait, fuck! I forgot something.
Turn it off.
Oh, fuck, wait!